Yeah, it's the little things that you don't bother fixing before you go live, like a camera being crooked.
Well, yeah, but that's beside the point. I mean, would it be you if it was?
Oh, yeah, or checking to see if, your audio's on or something like that because you were watching on this computer earlier.
Yeah, things like that. So, howdy, everybody. And I see Paula is agreeing to be on it with us tonight. So, we'll send you a message in just a moment. And I see Doug's out here, JDS, Stephen Miller, Garcia's Pepper Farm. Who else did I miss? I think I saw Batman earlier. And Make It Wayne. Well, not Make It Wayne. Bear. Cemetery's here. Kelly's here. Who did I miss? Speak up so I can at least say hi to you. Or I could just say, hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, now it's down to one wise man and a pepper in a gamer. Jeez.
Cool.
It started out the three wise men tonight, and I said, well, how you... yeah, whatever. Glum is here. Glum is in the house, even.
And Will
is here.
Paula says, nice try.
No, Paula. You're supposed to hit the accept button and just jump on with us. Yeah, go ham or go ham.
So much easier than that.
We are drinking and getting naked. Are we drinking and getting naked tonight? Well, it's only two guys. And in all honesty, all I have to drink is Pepsi, so.
The night's early, that's all I'm going to say.
It's about time, Rob. Yeah. Go ham. Hell yeah. Yeah, go ham and cheese. No. All right. So what's new and exciting on your end of the world?
No, I can't say that. Not much. Funny things happen, but I'll save that for after we're live.
Oh, Sam, go ahead.
No, it made me laugh so hard, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll say it in a little bit.
Paula says the polar vortex hit me with 8 inches of snow last night. Yeah. 8 inches of snow is annoying here.
8 inches of snow would... I would shut down this whole place for a while.
Yeah.
Fix my name picture.
You do business around cars, you never really realize you're going to be.
Oh, your camera is a little bit cockeyed. Tilted. Hey, Charles.
Like it's.
Hello. What's going on?
Not much.
Oh, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, that's not usually a good thing for me.
Yeah, it rained here last night. Yeah, it started out rain, and then it turned to snow. Then it turned back into rain before it quit. Then it went and froze, so everything was frozen shut. Everything is ice covered today. Lots of fun driving around.
Yeah, I miss all that. I wish I was up there. I really do, man. I mean, you don't know how much it pains me to stay down here and don't get to partake in the fun that you do.
Hello's in the house. Yeah.
Oh, you're alive?
Yeah.
We're live.
I thought we were bullshitting.
No.
Oh.
Well, we are, but we're live too.
Oh. Usually it's just like, you're talking and what have you, and then like say, oh, I guess we're going to put that live button on. I guess there ain't none of that tonight.
We're live before you got on. I grabbed Rob. Rob was here. I was like, we're going live in a second. I just got home. I'm hitting the live button. Then I'm going to invite everybody else.
I did that a couple weeks ago. So It happens. I mean, like I said, you got to work. So you do what you got to do. And I don't want to piss off people too much. So it's like, whatever time you get home, try to get around the time that you say you're going to start. It is what it is.
Who sings that song? I think it's the opening words are "Had a bad day again. Said you would not understand." No, slammed the door and said, "I'm sorry." Whatever. That's what I thought of when I saw JDS say that. Had a bad day.
No, you can probably look it up. Imagine you can find it pretty quickly on Google.
Yeah, it's a band that I kind of know, but I don't really know of them. And that's just the one song I like. Daniel Powder? I don't think so. It's like an actual band name. It's not Creed or whatever the heck that sings that other stupid song.
Shit, there's a ton, man. Any modern music is pretty much
So close, I see. So close. Almost had Paula. Not quite.
Hey,
Almost.
Plum, hey, Beatty.
Hey,
Almost
That was funny as shit. I saw the window, like, before I clicked into the call, and I saw Paula's picture up there. I was like, no way. Is Paula literally going to be, like, in there?
no. That's never gonna happen. So that's
Not until she hits 100 million subscribers.
It's not gonna happen.
So Garcia's Pepper Farm. So what is it? What? How many wise men? What now?
What?
That was at the beginning. Somebody said who's going to be on, and Chris said
Guess who it is, Rev? It's Daniel Powder.
said three wise men.
I don't think so.
No, I know so, sir. It's Daniel Powder.
All right. Well, I don't remember that band at all.
Yeah, Rev, your picture's still crooked.
Because you had a bad day, you're taking one down. You sing a
Nope.
sad song. That's not that one.
Nope.
Okay,
It
then that's a
starts
different
off-
bad day.
It starts off with "I had a bad day. He said I would not understand. Slammed the door and said I'm sorry. I had a bad day." Again.
Okay, we gotta find a different one then.
Four wise men and a gamer.
Is my picture all crooked? I can't tell. I can only tell the camera's crooked.
Yeah, that's what you just made it worse. Well, that
No,
actually.
it's a lot more straight than it was. It was like this. Now it's
Yeah, now it's looking better.
like... No, it definitely wasn't Bon Jovi. I remember that. I had a Bon Jovi album like way back in the 80s.
But you can always blame
maybe it
Nickel.
was-
You
Maybe it was Fuel.
can always blame Nickelback.
Yeah.
I think everybody blames Nickelback.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I just got a speeding ticket because you're listening to Nickelback.
Yeah, that would be a. Will got that one right. It's Fuel.
That's a good song, everybody. If you want a half decent song to listen to.
I really want to try that Crazy Kimberlin bar. I've been saying that since Derek first ever did the first video on it. I really want to try that Crazy Kimberlin bar.
Oh, well, grab that sucker up, man.
I don't know if I want to do it as a challenge or not. Like BD was saying, I was talking to him since you took forever, and Charles was ignoring me. So
Ignoring you, fucker! I didn't ignore you. Shit! I said you called me. Goddamn! I was right here texting you. I didn't ignore shit. If you want to call and talk,
I'm sorry. But yeah, BD was saying like that he would just get one of those just to like enjoy. I mean, but it kind of sucks though because it's so expensive. Like it's expensive to buy as something to just enjoy. I don't know. But I bet it's probably really fucking good with the peanut butter and bacon. That's two of my favorite things in the world. And I just imagine that to be really good.
Go for it. We're right at the beginning of the live stream. That way, if anybody wants to see it, they could just skip to it. I just put it in the notes. Like, the Crazy Kimberlin bar starts at however many minutes in.
Well, I don't have it. I wish I had it.
What? Where the heck did this talk come from then?
It's just random jibber jabber.
I was just saying I would like to try the Crazy Kimberlin bar. It sounds like a really delicious one.
He doesn't have it. He said he wants to buy one and try it.
He's a man.
That's just like he said. He has a phone and he's going to call me and wants to talk to me, but nobody's going to talk to you. It's the same kind of concept.
Chad's in the house. Hey, Chad. Chad, go on Google Plus and answer my friend request, please. I sent you a friend request thing days ago, and you still haven't responded to me. I had a private question for you.
Oh, Brian said a while ago that I'm really bright now. I threw LEDs up all over the place.
Yeah,
Got 2 over here, 3 up there. I can get it even brighter in here if I want.
That's cool.
By the way, if you need LED 60-watt type bulbs, go on Amazon, 24 for $21.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
My ceiling fan that's above me has those little candlelight ones in them. I got 2 LEDs in there. And yeah, I can make it brighter in here too if I want. That says okay. All right. Jeez. Happy Pepper's in the house, and hello to all of us. Howdy, Happy
What's up,
Pepper.
Happy Pepper?
I have no clue what you're talking about, JDS. It's perfectly straight on my end.
I thought you just finally paid the power bill. Yeah.
I mean, like I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how far I want to go with all that Google Plus stuff because I mean, it's almost pointless. You're gonna have to download every damn thing, and it's like going nowhere for like 2 months.
I'm not giving up on it though. I'm just staying.
I think that's why everybody's not even doing anything in there anymore because it's like dead. It's like there's hardly anything going on.
I've been seeing a lot more posts in MeWe that aren't even on the PLC.
Yeah.
And I haven't even been on MeWe in like 2 months, and I just logged in yesterday.
I didn't, or no, I was on MeWe today because it just popped up that I had 141 things happening on MeWe. I was like, what the heck is going on? It's just everybody talking.
Matt's in the house. Hey, Matt.
It's generally just JDS, Yoav, and Goam in the chat. That's pretty much usually what it is. So, BD left, Rob left. So now there are 3 guys.
I don't care how big it gets, Matt. I am not going on Facebook.
Matt, how many people are on the Facebook one? Is it almost? Is it like in the over 10,000 already? Because I know the PLC is what at like 22,000.
I don't have an opinion about MeWe. I don't think it's bad. I don't like it. I don't dislike it. It's just there. I know people either love it or hate it. But
no, I mean, like I said, I just don't like the chat. The chat, I think, is silly. I mean, like I said, I mean, I guess maybe if you're going to use it for a purpose other than just send damn animated GIFs, that yeah, maybe so. But like I said, I mean, I just don't want to go and send GIFs all day long back and forth, and just that's just something that doesn't entertain me. I mean, like I said, if it entertains you, that's good. I mean, like I said, some people go and talk to both of their phones and get them to talk to each other. I mean, just random stuff like that. But
no, normal people do not do that, Charles.
Flirt with their phone.
Hey, I didn't think people actually believed me when I said I'd do that.
Yeah, if you haven't, check out the Pepper Lovers community MeWe on their website. I thought it was pretty cool to go on there and check that out.
Yeah, I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Well, there you go, Chris. Grab a website. I don't know, pepperlovers.com taken. Grab that sucker and make it up like a message board type site.
Well, there's pepperlover.com, but you just have to add an S to it.
Add an S. Maybe you'll start getting their traffic too.
Yeah.
Matt, no, I haven't ground. Haven't did all that to the peppers yet. I just been building raised beds.
And how's that going?
It's going all right. I'll get to all of it when I want to. I've got to worry about my plants I started too, inside.
Oh yeah, I got to do that. Oh, it's still February beginning.
Yeah, I've got time. I'm not really worried about it.
I said I wasn't going to start them until after or later than I normally do. I normally do it right at the beginning of February, so probably another week and then I'll start. It just got too big too quick last year. I don't know. My ahis almost look like Susie's ahis.
Have a good night, Pilo.
Good night.
Yeah, I seen the picture she posted of her office with all the plants in there. Look cool.
Right.
Tons of pepper plants in there.
That's cool.
Later, Pilo. Matt wants to know the dimensions of your raised bed.
Currently, 40 foot by 3 by 1.
He said his is 5 foot by 12 foot by 3 feet deep.
I'm not doing 3 feet deep.
That's pretty dang deep. If you do it on top of the ground, they'll go into the ground, you know, the roots, if they get that big.
Yeah, this is fine.
Chad, Google Hangouts is where the invite was sent from. I think I said Google Plus earlier, but I need it on Hangouts.
I think you did say Google Plus.
I probably did, and that's where I admit it. I made a mistake. Jeez.
It's all good.
Happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I gotta make that. I gotta finish that one, and then I gotta make a 24 by 3.
Man, I can't remember. I made a mistake earlier today. I can't remember what the heck it was.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm dealing with. So 40 by 3 and a 20 something by 3.
No, Gage. Hangouts is not dying. It's changing names.
Isn't it going to be called like Google One or something like that?
Thanks, Chad.
Google Message, or I mean, it's something kind of like what Hangouts does, like Google
like,
Call.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's something weird like that.
Mine has a reverse raised bed. I dug it out with the tractor, about to add 1 foot of cattle manure on top plus old hay, so it's good to go mid-March.
I'm not doing anything till April, so.
Isn't warm-blooded fecal matter? Isn't that something you gotta like let it sit for so long?
Depends on.
I know farmers do it.
Well,
Well,
depends on also what you know. You can go and see what you believe in all the theories, but it depends on what the cows are fed. That all goes and breaks down and goes into your bed. So I mean, it just depends on how you look at things, organically or the structure of everything breaking down.
And you look at like the pig farmers around here, they'll take and empty out the manure bins, and in early spring, before the ground is even fully thawed out, they'll go and spray a good layer over the top of their fields, so that when it thaws out, then everything soaks in, and then they plant, as soon as they can after that.
Yeah, I remember seeing farmers start doing that as soon as they till all the crap under. Like go in, harvest, and then till everything else under, and then come back with the cow manure right over it. But I don't remember how long they wait.
Yeah.
I thought there was a waiting period. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong.
Well, that's why I don't do Apple. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if there's anything really with it?
Now that I have an iPhone, I can definitely say iPhones suck.
They do.
They are so difficult to use, man. And by difficult, I mean they're so simple that I'm always looking for more options. And like my boss said, it's not technical enough for people like us, that we just need lots of options and stuff. Like Android has so many menus for things, and things that you can do, and Apple's like, nope, you only get this small set thing that you get to do. Oh, you touched a phone number, I'm calling them.
Yeah.
Like, what the
I mean,
heck?
like I said, for me, it's just like, the way I look at it is that, that it just, I don't know, I guess Google controls your life too for Android. But I mean, they want to control too much stuff, and the way that you can go and pull things and such. I had an Apple 3 and 4 or whatever the hell it was. But then, you can't do anything as far as, just like with their damn computers, you can't clone a damn Apple computer. Because I mean, they don't sell the parts and crap. Everything is through them, and then you can't add memory. So you could buy a $900 iPhone, or you could buy a $900 Samsung, and then put the micro SD card and get a hell of a lot more memory out of it as far as storage space goes. The cameras are about the same. They're not that damn far along as far as away as far as quality of camera.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just.
Well, I think it was Samsung specifically stepped up their game, but Apple had that down like for a long time. But now, like you said,
Like Cemetery said, I mean, they both want to control everything. That's just like, like me and BD were chatting earlier. Like, I don't know if I know Russ and a couple others watch Sasquatch, but somebody came in and took all of his live videos that all of his challenged, and it was someone who hacked into it and deleted everything and then changed his subscription and then put a bunch of porn crap, just like how it is in Google Plus on his YouTube. So it's all these channels that had like porn or mature topics or whatever on that. And that's what he's saying. He said he addressed it with YouTube, and it wasn't YouTube, but it stuck with certain members that he was subscribed to, but everything else was pulled, all of his live challenges and everything else. So, I mean, I don't know. There's all kinds of weird crap going on. And like I said, to be honest, that part is all connected to Google, because Google's connected to YouTube and everything else. I mean, just everything's connected to Google.
if you're using Chrome, that's Google. Or no, I got Android on my phone, so that's not Google, but everything else I do is Google.
Yeah, but your Android phone can have the Chrome browser on it.
I use Firefox on my phone.
I'm just saying you could put Chrome on it, though.
I think I have Chrome on it.
I have
I don't use
mine.
Yeah, mine has Chrome on it, but I
have Chrome on it.
I don't go surfing on the net on my phone.
I've got Google, Chrome, Gmail, Maps, YouTube, Hangouts, Google Plus, YouTube Creator Studio. MeWe, for some reason, is in the same thing. Google Photos, I don't use that.
No.
I don't know what the heck that is. So did Rob just freeze over there, or is he off talking to some hot chick?
I don't know. He could be talking to someone.
And BD's just sitting over there being quiet.
I'm just talking to everyone in the chat.
Well, you should be voicing it.
No, Will was saying if you're getting any type of composted manure, let it sit out, for like 30 days before you use it. And he says, general rule of thumb, that's how they do it, I guess. I had maybe 10 bags of composted cow manure I got. I was checking the local stores when the prices dropped, and I seen it for maybe 70% off for the yellow bag brand. And I just bought every single one they had. And, so it's just been sitting outside for whenever I wanted to use it.
Adam says Android is a Google-made operating system for phones. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a Linux-based. Pretty sure most phones use a Linux-based version of Android. I could be wrong about that. And Matt, I do have Linux. Right, the computer I'm on right now is Linux. My new computer I just built, I just put Linux on that. My old computer had Linux. My other computer had Linux. Before that, I had a Ubuntu, and I've been Linux for a desktop strictly since 2007, something like that. I mean, I got my laptop's a Windows computer. Actually, this computer I'm on used to be my TV's computer that had Windows, and I got a Windows 7 disk, but I don't use that.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to take a phone call.
That's cool.
I don't normally just like get off the live stream for a phone call, but it was one of my friends that like needed to talk to me and it was urgent. So not an emergency or anything, so it's all good.
JDS wants to know if anyone knows how to compost chicken manure. Isn't that one of the only ones you can just throw right on with plants already in the bed?
No, chicken. Well, I think you can put it in like small amounts, but I'm pretty sure chicken manure is really high in nitrogen and it'll burn them if you put too much.
Yeah,
I think that's better if it's composted, but you can add like small amounts of it. I know people that use it just straight up in their garden, but in small quantities.
Yeah,
that's what Jay from Jersey used. That's all he uses. He uses the same thing every year. It's chicken manure, the blood meal, and the bone meal, and a couple other things. But he uses the same thing every year.
Now that you said that, Rob, I think that is the way it is. Chicken manure is really high in nitrogen. You could do it in low dosage. Maybe I was thinking of bunny manure. Is bunny the one that you can just throw right on?
I'm pretty sure you might be right on that one.
I knew one of them was.
Yeah, but I'm like 90% sure that the chicken manure is the one that you can burn your plants with if you put too much of it.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, wait, no, I think that was it. Commodore 64. I used to have one of them, and a Commodore 16.
So, Rev, did you get mail today?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let me go get my
What kind of mail did you get?
Oh, bills.
Yeah, nothing interesting in a little rectangular box.
Yeah, it's sitting right there on the dryer. Don't ask why there's a dryer in my living room.
Cool.
Wait, you don't have a dryer in your living room?
No, only a wash.
No, my dryer's in my hot tub room.
No washer, just a dryer.
Well, my washer and dryer in the room with my hot tub.
I guess that's convenient.
No, I got a new dryer. I just haven't hooked it up yet.
I'm just going to do some laundry for a little while, and then you're just in there like kicking back in the hot tub in between loads.
Mm-hmm. Get out, dry yourself off. What do you do with the towel? You throw it right in the washer.
Sorry, guys, I can't come out. I got to do laundry tonight.
So, what's in this mysterious box we're talking about?
Let me go. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. I'll be right back.
Dude.
By the way, Mr. Blumberg.
Yes?
This chocolate that you made in small amounts is absolutely wonderful. I only do small pieces at a time.
Is it too hot for you, or is it like...
No, it's perfect. That's why I do the little pieces, so I can savor it.
Yeah, like I said, I used like mostly ahi lemon powder and lemon starburst powder, but then I added a little bit of lemon habanero powder, which is right around the same level heat as the lemon starburst and ahi lemon. So I wasn't trying to make it, because I used as much powder in it as I would with one of the really hot batches that I make. It was just not as hot of powders. And I want to have the amount of powder that I normally use. I just was going by varieties to gauge the heat. And I was hoping that it wasn't going to be too hot for you.
No, it's absolutely wonderful. It's got a nice, decent burn to it. Nothing that is tear jerking or anything like that, but small pieces at a time. Oh yeah. Well,
The regular ones that I make are pretty. the regular ones I make are pretty tear jerking.
Rip
I
says,
bet those. Sorry.
I was just going to say, Rip says, I just ate my last piece of Blum chocolate tonight. I made it last a long time. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he did make that last a while. I think he got that like right around Christmas, so that has been a while. And I know that he got the last batches that I made. That Charles and Scott and Kyle and everybody got the same batches, and it was the peanut hot chocolate that I made, and I can't remember the powders that I used in it, but it was a bunch of really hot stuff. And then the smoked bacon hot chocolate, which I took some cooked bacon and minced it up and mixed it in, and I used smoked Scorpion X powder in it, and also a couple other powders that weren't smoked. But I wanted to add that little bit of smokiness in there. And I think it turned out really good.
Hey, Lisa.
Charles really liked the peanut one best.
I like the peanut one the best.
Yeah, this is some good stuff.
Do you like the toffee bits in there? That's
Yeah.
one that everybody always loves best.
Yep.
I'm gonna play around with some different ingredients in there, as far as like different like little crunchy things that I could put in. It's really kind of endless possibilities as to what you can put in there. I'm just gonna have to try and think of some things that would work good.
I still want to try the jalapeno M&Ms if anybody's found them yet.
Nobody's found those damn. Only Yoab posted that thing. There's nobody I've known or talked to has those damn things. So good luck. I don't know. Maybe they're around. Haven't found them anywhere.
Yeah, somebody was passing it around on Facebook, and it hit my sister, and she says, "Did you know that there's jalapeno M&Ms out there?" And I said, "Yeah. You should try some." And yeah, if you can find me some.
What's up, Bernie? What's up, Black Mamba?
I don't know. I haven't been able to find them.
What's up, Bernie?
What's up, Bernie Mamba?
And Black Mamba, what's up? Dang, that's a killer idea, Gage. Take some of the crack nuts from Kyle. I would just put them in a food processor and just lightly chop them up, and then use that. That would be amazing. Anybody that had never had those crack nuts from Kyle, they should definitely ask him about those. Those things are amazing. I think they're macadamia nuts, and I've had a few different styles that he's made. Usually he makes these they have almost like a candied shell on them, but I have had a batch before where it was just like a salt and like powder coating, and it had other seasonings to it too. Who knows what all he put in there, but they're delicious. They're addictive. You like open one of the little bags and it's gone. You can just say bye-bye to it. It's hard to stop eating them.
Rev, did you open up your package yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I opened it before I went to work. I saw it was sitting on my front step or my front porch. I was like, oh, I'm grabbing this sucker. Grabbed it and I was like, what did I order? For some reason, I was thinking it was an Amazon box or something. I'm like, I don't even remember what I ordered. And I opened it up and I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, it was supposed to be here today. Why, didn't you open yours yet?
No, I opened mine up.
I wanted to see if mine was messed up. So
A little bit earlier.
And it was. So, I mean, the label is gone. But
yeah, BD said the label on his was gone. Somehow mine got protected, but the label on the powder is gone. But since everybody in the chat's probably wondering what we're talking about,
I didn't even know we're doing this tonight. What, you're going to try this?
I don't know. We could, or we don't have to.
I didn't even know about all this stuff. I thought we just got it as a package. I mean, I'll try it, but it just I didn't know that's what we're gonna do. I mean, that's
Well,
just
don't have to.
well.
It could be saved for another night. Will had said something about it before, but yeah, Will Be Very Hot sent us these sauces that he got from his friend Lori, and it's a Reaper sauce. And he also threw in I don't know if he put it in an Everybody's or not. I think so. I think BD said he got the powder. The label got faded off on mine, but it's Lori's Crybaby powder.
Not on mine. It's perfect.
The
On
Lori's.
my bottle, the label got a little messed up on that side.
Yeah, this is a new revamped blend for the Lori's Crybaby pepper powder, and then this is the Reaper edition of the Crybaby sauce. I have the original, and I've sent some of the people in the chat samples of the powder to try. So this is some new stuff from Lori.
Yeah, I tried the original powder, and it was awesome. It had a really great flavor to it.
I want to say thank you to Lori and Will for sending this to us, and looking
Thanks,
forward to trying.
Lori.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's awesome.
When I opened up the package earlier, I could smell it. Like I could smell like super hot, like pepper smell as soon as I opened it up.
Yeah, because it was leaking out the bowl.
Actually, want to do it on Friday? That would work even better for me. Because I barely ate anything today.
I mean, that's fine. I'm
gotta-
not like
I would have to
having
do
to do it right now.
I'd have to do it late because I work late on Friday.
Okay. Well, I work late on Saturday, so that's fine.
Either that or Sunday.
I don't know what I do Monday, but that might work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever's cool for you guys, you know.
I mean, I'm not grouchy or nothing. It just, I mean, I can't. I mean, that's it. I can't keep just open all these sauces. I mean, hell, I got so many in my refrigerator now. I mean, I just don't go blow through these sauces that fast. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I still didn't open the third one you sent me.
I mean, I still have people's. I mean, it's cool. I mean, we'll do it.
Yeah, but
I still haven't opened that one that
I mean, I haven't got to Kyle's. I haven't got
Carl's.
to a bunch of people.
Yes, all mixed up. Still haven't tried that one.
Yeah, I still have that one unopened as well. That's the only one from Charles I haven't opened as well.
Have a good night, Charles. Or not Charles, Chad.
I'm not believing that.
Mistake number two.
Later, Charles.
I was looking for Charles in the
Mistake
chat.
number
Like,
two.
what the heck is going on?
I'll let you know.
Later, Chad. Have a good one, bro.
Later, Chad. Don't forget to hit Rob up on Hangouts. I almost said Google Plus.
Yep.
There you go. You want to buy some and go ham? Because I have a pile of open sauces in my fridge.
Yeah, Rocky, I can agree with that. I would love a refrigerator that was exclusively for hot sauce because I take up like pretty much the whole door on my refrigerator is all hot sauce. And I even have like overflow into like the top two shelves in my refrigerator. And it's also got like whenever I have open jars of jams from Scott and pickled peppers that I make and stuff like that and salsas and stuff like it's all full. I don't have hardly any space. I've been trying to finish off some bottles recently so that I could just like make space.
I've got a whole what the heck are they, like shelf on the door. I've got that. It's practically all hot sauce. And like you said, I got overflow into another one too. That's supposed to be like salad dressing and stuff like that, and mustard and, you know, condiments. But no, hot sauce is following down there too.
Yeah. I inevitably, like once a year, end up having bottles that have been sitting around lingering for a while. And maybe it's something that I enjoyed at first, but then kind of was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I end up changing my opinion on certain sauces over time. It just depends on the sauce. Some sauces get finished every single drop, and then some end up with like a lingering, like little like quarter of a bottle and it'll sit in there long enough that I can justify throwing it away. But I try not to like waste much if I ever do. And most bottles get finished like to the last drop. Just takes a while when you have like 50 open. I don't know if I have that many, but I'd say there's at least 30 to 40.
What's up, Levi? What's up, Susie? Why are you so tired, Susie?
No, I'm
up,
tired
Susie?
too. I'm right with you, Susie. I worked my butt off today.
Charles, you said you have like 50 open bottles?
Easy, and then I have 50 in the cabinet, so I probably have 100 bottles of hot sauce.
Dang.
What's up, Russ? I didn't say hi to Russ.
I'll count. I'll be right back.
What's up, Russ? I only have like about a dozen unopened bottles in my room, but I definitely have probably close to 50 in there.
Same here, Cemetery. I've been going through a lot of pepper powder.
Well, it's so easy to use.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, I don't want to say better, but it's so much easier to use on just about everything. I mean, I guess hot sauce is too, but
No, it's not, because hot sauces have their own flavor, and also hot sauces are usually refrigerated, so that changes the temperature of food depending on how much you put in there, changes the consistency of food because it's a sauce, and then it can change the flavor of the food a lot more than powder does. Powder, you'll get a taste of the pepper, but it just kind of goes along with the taste of the food. And it's a lot more versatile because it literally goes on anything, and it's portable. You can take it on airplanes, like I've heard people say recently, like they have trouble. You can't bring more than 3 ounces of liquid in your carry-on, so you can't bring hot sauce, but pepper powder is like fine.
you can always throw it in your checked luggage, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Gage, that Allegheny City Farms hot sauce or harvest sauce, that sucker is really hot. And Dave sent me the original Allegheny City Farms, which I miss. I wish they still had it on their website, because I would have bought like 5 more bottles by now. I love that stuff. And then he sent me the Harvest Edition, and I'm pretty sure they mixed up the labels and put a Harvest Edition label on the regular. So I was like, man, that's not even that hot. Actually, I have a video on there. I tried to start the Allegheny City Farm Harvest Edition challenge, and I did a video for it, and Dave was supposed to do one, and everybody else that had it was supposed to do one. Nobody else did, just me. But I was like, man, it's not really, I mean, it's hot, but it's not really that hot. Well, I think it was the original, not the Harvest Edition, because then later I got the Harvest Edition and tried it, and I was like, whoa, this is like 3 times hotter than the original. And like chunky. Whereas the original's like vinegary, so it's like real runny.
So, Charles, how many did you have?
41 open bottles, 47 unopened bottles, 10 of my tubes. I'm telling you, I got a lot of hot sauce.
Yeah.
So I got about 100 bottles together. And like I said, probably some of them I didn't even get to from last. I mean, they're probably not even good. Like I said, because I mean, I use my own hot sauce a lot. I mean, that's what I use a lot of. And I make those big jars. I mean, the big squirt, the ketchup bottle is mine. So I'm like I said, I'm not being pissy. I mean, I haven't, like I said, I haven't tried Jeff Hobbs. I haven't tried Kyle's. I haven't tried. I mean, there's so many hot sauces I haven't tried yet. And like I said, I'm just trying to get around to them all. And then I guess
so out of the 40 something that are in your fridge, how many of them do you think you're actually going to use again?
Well, I don't know. 15, 20.
Well, there you go. Clear the other ones out, and you got room. That's what I do sometimes. I mean, it has to happen.
I know, but I'm just saying that I got to get to it, and it's like.
And even though, like, I know store-bought hot sauces are never going to be good, and I always have low expectation, the lower price of store-bought hot sauces can be kind of tempting at times, and I always like trying different things. I've tried pretty much everything you can find at the store, but whenever I see something new, it's in the $2 or $3 range, I'll buy a bottle, use a little bit of it a few times, and if I don't like it, I'll just toss it and just call it a loss. I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It's really just like getting to try it.
Happy Pepper's trying to call out Susie again. When it comes to the sauces, I use them at home. When it comes to the powder, I'll use them anywhere I eat. You know, that's since I got that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't put it on all my foods. Some foods I don't want hot sauce on. There's a lot of dishes I don't want to put hot sauce on. I mean, it just everything doesn't have to have something hot for me. I mean, it's just not like everything. It's like, oh, a salad. I mean, crank that on there. This and that. I mean, I like to have breaks and stuff. I don't like to eat. I mean, hot things on everything I eat.
There's no such thing as a break.
Beatty was correct on the dang salad, man. That is awesome.
Well, like I said,
and I was about to say the pepper powder on salad is a game changer.
I mean, like I said, you can do it here and there, but it's not like every salad.
Yeah, but that sauce that you guys tried the other night that you didn't care for, I wonder how that would go on a salad. You know, so many
if you like vinegar on a salad, then it would be good. It was literally straight vinegar.
Oh, you need some olive oil.
Well, I know people that'll put straight olive oil on their salads too. Me, I don't like olive oil that much.
We'll see how that hot sauce ends up in another week or so. I swear the color of the liquid has already changed like overnight because all those peppers that I chopped up in there. I mean, it'll just be some good pepper vinegar, and it has a clove of garlic in there too, so that's good.
Oh, there you go. Lisa says on M&M's website you can order the jalapeno M&Ms.
Oh, cool.
$3.99 a bag.
Thank you, Lisa. I think I might have to do that right now, or at least like look at it because I've been wanting to try this.
You got a link you can post?
I'm surprised I don't have them on Amazon yet, right?
Or eBay. eBay doesn't have them either. Well, $3.99. It'd be nice.
That's gotta be a big bag.
Yeah, hopefully it's at least 4 ounce, if not 8 ounce. But figure shipping on it too. Super powder and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is awesome. Well, so is the the hot jams from Scott Tippett.
Yeah, but even when I use those jams, like Scott's jams are not like so hot to where it's like adds any scorch to a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You might get a little bit of heat. Some of his jams are pretty hot, but the flavors are what are amazing about it because he pairs those pepper flavors with the fruit flavors, and you really get the best of both worlds, and that's amazing. But I mean, I may just be crazy, I don't know. But whenever I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, even if I use his jam on it, I always put some like super hot pepper powder on the peanut butter side. It just gives it that like extra kick.
So it's the 9.6 bag. That's the sharing size.
Yeah, these are the peanut ones.
Yeah, so that's about right. I'll still look. I'll go look tomorrow. I'm off. I'll go look and see if I can find some. So. Because it's part of that.
Well, let me know if you find them. I'll hold off. I just went to the website and I see you can order them. The Mexican jalapeno.
Yeah.
It's a 9.6 ounce bag.
Yeah, but I wonder what shipping on it's going to be.
They have English coffee ones too.
I'm going to go out tomorrow for a little bit, so get some more stuff for the garden. So I'll go look and check.
$7.99 shipping, Cemetery says.
That's crazy. So I'll go back to my old job and see if they have those. See, that's what I used to like about that. You could just go and I can get all those products, but I can't do that anymore. So
they have English toffee peanut M&Ms and Thai coconut peanut M&Ms also. All three of those sound good, but the jalapeno one I have to try. You'll have to let me know, Charles. Like, hit me up.
If I find them, I mean, I'll go. Like I said, I'll go back to where I used to work and see if they have them. And I'll get a whole big thing of them, send them out or something. If I find them.
Yeah, I'll PayPal you to send them to me. I don't care what I got to do. Might even want more than one bag.
Like I say, put me down for a couple.
Yeah, like I said, I've been looking. I mean, like I said, I like spicy stuff. It just like I said, I mean, I have so many hot sauces open, and like I said, that's the only thing. I got powders. But I mean, I use the powders regularly. I mean, I use those daily on a lot of things for like breakfast because I just like
eggs and stuff. They're awesome.
I just like them in eggs, but that even the hot sauce. But like I said, I use so much of my hot sauce. That's why I don't get around to a lot of the others. And then some I rarely touch. I mean, those super hot ones, I rarely touch those.
I was just thinking eggs. You know, I wonder how it'd be with deviled eggs. I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, I have. It's amazing. I love making deviled eggs. Actually, one of my friends up the street, this older couple that lives like on my street, but just through the stop sign, about 6 or 8, 10 houses up or something. And they've got a whole bunch of chickens, and they've been getting tons of egg production. And when I say a whole bunch of chickens, they have I think 30 or 40 hens. So they get a lot of eggs and more than they can sell or give away. And he called me the other day and was like, "Oh yeah, if you want any eggs, just let me know next time you come by, and I'll give you a couple dozen." And I was like, "Well, I've got a bunch of eggs in the fridge right now because I always forget and I end up buying them at the store, even though their eggs are way better. I just need to get back in the habit because they weren't getting as many eggs for a while, but now they're really cranking them out." I brought up the deviled eggs though because I do that usually at least once a year. And instead of putting paprika on them, just sprinkle a little pepper powder.
Speaking of eggs, Goham said a little while ago in the chat, "I'm freaking starving, but need to lose some weight." Pretty sure eggs are the thing on Weight Watchers that have 0 points. So you can eat as many of them as you want in a day, according to them. I heard that from somebody. Obviously, I don't do Weight Watchers, but well, maybe I do Weight Watchers. I just don't. I only eat one time a day.
Yeah, so do I.
Eggs are just pure protein.
And both of them are good for you. Like the cholesterol in the eggs is very good for mind development. What the heck?
Yeah.
A boat?
Somebody has a goat? What the heck was that?
I don't know. Sound like an air horn or something. A crazy computer fan? I don't know.
Yeah, for a while there, I was getting eggs for free from 2 different sources. And there was one time when I had 7 dozen eggs in my fridge, and I'm glad they last a long time. But the one lady, something got into her hen house and devoured every one of her chickens one night.
Oh, yeah, been there.
And then the other one, with winter, the egg production has slowed down, so they don't have any extras for me to have.
I had
Chris Garcia sent me a message. I guess that was that sound. Didn't think you could hear it. I had my phone sitting on the computer, and it was because it's on vibrate. I guess it was the vibrate sound.
Oh yeah.
Just like Paula
But
said.
he was asking if I'd ever had this, and he said to show the panel. But I have had some sauces from them before, the Gringo Bandito. And Charles, you know more about that. Who is that? Isn't it
It's the singer of The Offspring.
Dexter?
Yeah, from Offspring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good brand. I haven't tried all the different ones that they have, but I think I tried the regular red sauce, and it was pretty good. But they have a verde sauce, and since we were talking about eggs, that wasn't the verde one. They do have it's probably the best verde sauce I've ever had, and I really love verde sauce on scrambled eggs. And so anybody out there that wants to give a good verde sauce a try. Look for that Gringo Bandito verde sauce, and it's a cheaper one too. It's only like a couple, $2-3 a bottle usually.
Yeah,
They
but
do have a
doesn't that have green tomatoes in it?
yeah.
Cuts me out.
Wait, I thought
Yeah,
Verde had
yeah,
tomatillos.
Tomatillos or tomatoes,
Yeah,
husk berries or whatever the hell they call them.
I always tried to grow tomatillos, never got one. Like I actually went to the store and bought the plants because I couldn't get the seeds to start, and the plants never actually produced any tomatillos. Everybody says they're just as easy as growing a tomato. Well, not in my house, I guess. I can grow tomatoes like crazy, but apparently not a tomatillo. Actually, I need to start a wish list. I need to put that on my wish list to put a tomatillo in the aquaponic garden this year.
That'd be cool.
or
Bears in
grow
the
ground
house.
cherries.
I think you should.
What ground? No, what ground
It's okay.
cherry?
Yeah, ground cherries.
Tomatillo.
But they're like sweet. They have a little bit of a tartness to them, but they're really sweet. It's not like a tomato, really. It's more like a fruit.
I thought you were saying a tomatillo is a ground cherry.
They're very much the same.
Yeah, the same.
Well, the tomatillo is very much the same like a tomato, though. They're
Yeah, they're all in the same family, but the ground cherries actually have a little paper husk around them, like the tomatillos. The tomatillos get bigger. The ground cherries are small, and you don't eat the ground cherries when they're green. The tomatillos you eat when they're green. That's the difference between them.
What's up, Bear?
Howdy.
For some reason, when Rob Z said, "What's up, Bear?" I heard Mary in my head, and I'm like, "Mary? Who the heck is Mary?" I'm like scrolling through there looking for a Mary. I'm like, I do not see a Mary anywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't until whoever, Charles or Rob or something, said, "What's up, Bear?" I'm like, "Oh, Bear."
Right. Yeah. See, because the ground cherries are all husk berries, and then all the I guess this Physalis types yield fruit loosely enclosed in a paper husk, including the tomatilla, which we have. This is of course Baker Creek, but
They're very closely related.
very close.
Yeah, the
ground
ground
cherries
cherries.
are
I grew
worth
one of
nothing.
those last year. Didn't get one off it. The deer came by and ate them as soon as they hit the ground.
Dang.
My dog is barking so loud outside that my camera keeps switching to me when I'm not talking.
Maverick does that sometimes. He goes crazy with those dogs across the fence and stuff.
Mine is she finds deer and then she barks at them. But the deer just stand there and look at her like, "What? You can't get to me. I bet you can't get off that deck."
Yeah.
Rev, if you want some ground cherry seeds, I'll send you some ground cherry seeds. I've got, I think, plenty of extras. They're like itty bitty little seeds, but they would probably do good in the aquaponics garden. They grow super fast and super hardy. I mean, a month growth in a plant from like a plant this size goes to like a big, huge bush, like just right away.
Yeah, but taking into consideration how they ripen, would you really want those falling into a ebb and flow bed? Because they fall
Well, I
off.
mean, he doesn't have standing water. He has gravel there.
Yeah, but ground cherries, they'll get to a certain point, fall off, and then they'll sit there and ripen on the ground. You got to wait for them to ripen up a bit. So if they're sitting there,
But the thing is, they have an extremely long shelf life, though, and you don't have to let them sit on the ground and ripen. As soon as they're ready to fall off, you can take them. Kang has videos on it, and he says like you can keep them in a bowl, put them up in the cupboard or something, and leave them for a month even, and they're fine. Like they really don't ever rot.
yeah, they take a long time to decompose.
Aren't they like very tart? like almost like a, depending on which variety you're growing, like a sour sweet taste.
Gage sent me some, and I like literally they last so long. Like I ate like half the bag, and I forgot about them on the counter because there was just so many trays of peppers around at that time of the year. And then I found them like a month later, and they were still just perfect. And I ate them, and they were like super sweet. Like once they had fully ripened on the counter, they were very, very sweet. Originally, when I first tried them, when he had sent them, which they were crispy brown shell and were already yellow on the inside, like they were ripened, but they had a little slight bit of tartness, just not a whole lot, and a nice sweet flavor. It's kind of a indescribable flavor. I couldn't really think of anything to compare it to, but it's a nice semi-tropical, semi-citrusy, semi-acidic flavor.
So it's semi everything.
Well, like I said, it's not something that I can compare to anything in particular, but it has like hints of like tropical tones. There's like a little bit of like citrusy tones, and then like there's a definite acidity. You can like sense the acidity in them, but it's not so sour.
That's cool.
Yeah, Bear says they taste like. I have to agree that the ones that Gage sent me, which there is the I think a pineapple ground cherry. There's different varieties of them, and I'm sure that they all have different characteristics. Whatever the ones Gage sent me had a slight pineapple tone, and I think that's where that
The
description.
ones I had on the label listed something about like gooseberry or something.
Yeah, the gooseberry, and it's also known as like the Inca berry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got some of those from Chris's Hot Garden also.
Yeah, he sent me.
That's where I got my seeds from too.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him? By the way, hey Adam.
What's up, Adam?
What up, man?
What's up, Pepper Dog?
Yeah, whatever happened to Chris's Hot Garden? I don't think he's had a video in quite some time.
I think he posted something not too long ago.
Oh, then I gotta go resubscribe because I never got notice of it. I actually like the chocolate tomato that we grew. Never heard of it, and I'll never try it.
Gage says his were supposed to be pineapple ground cherry. I would say that they definitely were. It had a characteristic of pineapple, that tropical taste in there.
Doug Mate says, who?
Marshmallow.
Chris's Hot Garden.
Yeah. He used to be in the chat all the time, too.
Yeah.
And very active in the PLC.
Well, everybody used to be active in the PLC.
This much is true.
This dog is making so much noise. That's why my camera keeps going to me when I'm not talking.
I'm going to grow a black and green Zedra tomato with Mr. Stripey O and Berkeley tie-dye.
That's cool.
Those are sounding interesting.
Yeah, some of those tomato varieties look pretty cool. They look like all different crazy shapes and colors. And
Berkeley tie-dye sounds like some type of trout bait or something. Berkeley's the brand that makes like power bait.
Berkeley tie-dye sounds like some kind of like strain of weed.
No, it sounds like trout bait to me. I'm just so used to using like Berkeley power bait for trout.
That's a Berkeley tie-dye.
oh, cool.
I bet I could catch a trout on one.
Yeah, Gage and well, I don't know. It's
dare you. Grow them, Rob, and then catch a trout. There's a video for you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
What were you saying, Charles?
Gage has as many varieties of tomatoes as he does peppers.
Adam said the Berkeley tie-dye don't like the hot weather.
And then I saw Chris Garcia on his last update. He was showing all those when he added the Rocky touch to his video, which I thought was cool. I like that. He did all the old Rocky songs with his plants. I thought that was neat.
I know that Chad already did it last year, but I've been saying I was going to do it for years, and I might actually do it this year, and I might actually make a video out of it. I want to catch fish on peppers, and I already got ideas because I'm going to be growing all these cool ornamental peppers. I'm going to have so many different ornamental peppers, like different little sizes and shapes, but mostly like small little peppers that would be perfect, like bait-sized pepper. And not only that, they'll be in a bunch of varying different colors. Like I'll have like purple ones, like kind of pinkish tint ones, orange ones, yellow ones, red ones, green ones, all kinds of and stuff. It would be interesting to just pick like an assorted bag of all these different colors and then go to like the pond at my friend's house that has a bunch of these like bigger panfish, these like little hybrid bluegills and stuff, and just make a video out of it and see, like, for one, if I can catch a fish on a pepper, and then two, if I start catching them, see like if there's any difference in different colors and see which color works best. I mean, obviously it's all situational. Like I fish enough to know that one color may work one day and may not work the next day. So it would just be a fun video, I think, though.
Yeah, didn't Chad try catching fish with peppers?
He successfully caught fish with peppers.
Yeah.
Down below this little spillway thing that he used to go fish by. Me and him were supposed to try to stream live at the same time. Like I was going to go to my buddy's pond and I was going to fish with black pearls, because black pearls are like perfect little, like, almost like power bait, like power egg shape and size. I was like, dude, I could totally just put those on a hook and catch them.
JDS said catfish like hot stuff.
Heck yeah.
What you need to do is you need to go up to Illinois or Indiana, or he needs to come down to Tennessee.
Yes.
And then you both could just like go make a bunch of videos, both you guys fishing, and or he could come down to Tennessee, pick you up, and come over to my place because there's nothing but water all around me. You could go fishing all over the place. You want to fish brackish water? You want to fish ocean? Go out on a charter, catch some tuna.
Chad, I mean, that would be fun, but Chad does a lot of the same type of fishing that I do. I know that he doesn't do as much of it sometimes in the year, but he really likes the like stream fishing and stuff, and that's what I'm big into. He goes to more ponds than I do. I do like ponds on occasion, but I really like fishing streams, and I've got some awesome stream fishing around here. It would be so cool if he came down, and I've talked to him about it, and obviously things have come up over time and we just hadn't been able to make it happen, but maybe this year we'll be able to get that done.
That's cool.
He's only like 4 or 4.5 hours away from me. I think 4 hours away.
Oh, that's not that bad. If Dave was 4.5 hours away from me, I probably would have met up with Dave by now, but he's like 8 or 9.
Yeah, Chad's like not that far.
That's almost like a day trip, kind of close. Almost. Yeah. Almost. That's a long day.
It's overnight. It's overnight trippable, easy. Like,
yeah.
Leave in the morning, get down there, have a day to like do stuff, and then stay a night and have like part of a day to do stuff, and then head back and be back like by dinner the next day.
Dude, Rob S is saying, Blumberg, when you get a chance, watch a YouTube video of a guy catching a muskie on a rotisserie chicken carcass. That just cracks me up.
Muskies are beasts. They'll eat anything that will fit in their mouth.
I haven't. Has anybody heard of Screaming Demon Fiery Foods?
Nope.
I haven't heard of it. And Chris Garcia, that's a catfishing tip. One of my buddies from Mississippi used to do that. He said go buy the cheapest dog food you can find in a can and just stab a bunch of holes in the can and then chuck it out there in the middle of the spot you're going to fish, and then go back the next day and catfish will just be all over that spot because the holes in the can let out the scent and it draws them in, and they just cruise around that area, but they can't get into the can or anything. So then you start putting baits out there, and they just go right for them.
I used to try Big Red and Wheaties.
Try what?
Big Red and Wheaties.
What? Big Red.
I did that when I was a kid, man. I caught all kinds of fish.
Like
that before.
So you'd make like a paste or like dough balls or
Dough
something?
ball, yep.
Huh.
Just like if you're using.
How would you get to stay on the hook? That sounds like it would be really hard to stay on the hook.
It worked. I mean, besides catfish, I caught the biggest carp. It broke a rod like in half. My uncles, when we went fishing, they're like, they thought I was full of shit. And they're like, I don't know why you listen to these damn fishing shows on TV on Saturday. This crap ain't gonna work or whatever. And that day I got it was a big old carp. It was like, I don't know how big it was. I was a kid, but that thing just
was it a grass carp or a common carp?
It was a grass carp.
Yeah, those get huge.
It jumped out of the water like a damn tarpon would.
Yeah.
And it freaking just went and just snapped that rod. And they're like, son of a gun, that stuff does work. It's like, I don't know, man. I just watched whatever. I don't know who it was on whatever Saturday program. Because I used to watch that on Channel 8 or public television or whatever. Because I didn't have cable back then.
Yeah.
So, on Saturday or whatever it was, you did that, or one of your other, local stations had fishing shows on those, higher number channels. So I used to watch that all the time. But I don't know, it worked. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember how it. It just really just made a big dough ball. And
yeah, dough balls and just white bread in general are like what I've usually used to catch grass carp on.
But, I caught quite a few catfish as well. So there was a lot of cats on there too.
Well, I was just thinking that what did you say it was? Wheaties and
Big Red.
Big Red, yeah. I've heard of taking like different like dough mixtures and mixing in like Kool-Aid powder with it and stuff for common carp, and also taking like a can of corn and just dumping a thing of Kool-Aid powder in there and letting it sit overnight, and that works too. Common carp really love corn, but they will go for dough balls and stuff too. Yeah. But the grass carp seem to favor dough balls and bread over corn or anything. They will eat occasionally worms and stuff. Here's one that I caught not this last fall, but year before last. That was 2017, and that was out of the river. It was the grass carp that they stock are they aren't male or female. Like they've been like sterilized to where they can't reproduce, and they do that so that they aren't able to reproduce and become an invasive species. So all the grass carp that they sell are sterile, and they sell them as like a weed control like management for like in your ponds, because they eat their weight or can eat their weight or more in aquatic vegetation and algae and stuff in one day. And they grow very rapidly, like from a little like 10, 12-inch stalker size one. In 5 years, they can be like 40 pounds plus if they've got the food supply. And they only live about 10 years. And I think the max weight on them is about like 80 pounds. But it's not uncommon to come across a 6-7-year-old fish that's in the like 50-pound range. So they're big fish. And from what Charles was describing, it sounds like he got into one of those like older fish. That one I just showed, I mean, that one it was like 42 inches long. That was probably in the 35-pound range or so, if I had to guess. I'm a big guy, and that thing makes me look small, so it was big fish. Here's another picture of it that where I was holding it upright a little bit more so you can see like the full like height of the body of the fish. So
we used to go bow fishing for carp and gar up on Lake Erie when I lived in Pittsburgh. Just drive on up to Lake Erie, and that was a lot of fun, man. Just get like one of those little paddle boat type things without the paddles, put a little uh, trolling motor on the back, and you'd have like a raised platform on there so you could stand up on top of it. And yeah, we had a ton of fun. One of them that I got, it was probably that size, Rob. It was so freaking big. It was like up to my nipple, and its tail was on the ground. And I was struggling with two hands to hold that sucker up. That thing was gigantic.
yeah.
But did you eat that fish or release it?
I don't remember what the heck happened to that fish. I gave him to somebody. I didn't eat it. I
Carp
don't like
are very bony, but I've heard from people that know what they're doing with them that they're really good. It's just like anything. You got to know the correct way to process it and stuff, and then it can be good. I wouldn't just go keeping a grass carp and cook it myself, but if I was with somebody that was like, oh, I eat these all the time, they're awesome, I'd be like, yeah, I want to try it, because I really do want to try that and common carp, which I've heard common carp are even better. And then the buffalo and stuff, which are in the same family, I've heard those are very good as well. I haven't tried any of them, but I've also heard mixed reviews from people that didn't know what they were doing, and they're like, oh, it's not so good, or it's all right. But everybody says the bones, the bones, the bones. There's apparently a lot of bones that go like a lot of different ways in them, so you can't really get like a good fillet off. One of the popular ways to deal with the bones that I've heard from people that really actually regularly keep carp is they say that they can them. Like they'll make they cut as much of the bones and stuff out as they can, and then they take chunks of meat and then they pressure cook it in jars and can it. And apparently that like softens up the bones, the little like hair bones that are in there, to the point that once you use that canned meat for something, you don't even notice that the bones are in there. They're just kind of soft and jelly-like.
Chris Garcia is a gay fish. He said I'll stick with fish sticks.
Oh.
Remember that South Park joke?
Yep.
Do you like fish sticks? Oh man, you're a gay fish.
Here's another one of those grass carp that I've caught. That's a really big one. That was a little bit over 4 foot long. And I caught that one on white bread.
How the hell do you find all these pictures on your phone? Dude, I can't even find my schedule that I took a picture of last week.
And this is the other species. This is an old picture, real old picture. But this is the other species of carp that we have around here, and that's a common carp. And those typically, they eat corn. They are really popular over like in the UK and stuff. That's like all they fish for is common carp. And they use what I saw Rob Schaller say something about boilies, and that's like the common bait that the Europeans use. And they're like, they put all kinds of different ingredients into these little dough balls, and they make these like perfect little dough balls. And they have like a rig where it has like a hook, and then like surely I have a hook laying around. Maybe I don't. Either way, it has the fishing hook, and then it has a little wire that sticks out down below the hook, and you like put the boilie on there, and the boilies a lot of times float. So the boilie be floating, and then the hook is sitting like that up off the bottom. And when the fish grabs the boilie, it'll get just the hook, and that way they don't swallow it as bad, and it gets better hook sets and stuff. They have like a particular method in which they do it. I just use small hooks and whatever amount of weight I need to keep it on the bottom. And I get a can of sweet corn and just throw a little handful of corn into the area that I'm going to fish, and then load up a hook with corn and cast it out there and let it sit. And that's what I usually do. But I do use one of the European one of the legendary additives as far as in boilie making and everything. There's this stuff that's from this company called Haith's Bait.
Have a good night, JDS. Gage.
Later, JDS.
Gage.
Or was it Gage?
Later,
later Gage.
My mistake. My mistake. Again, that's 3.
But yeah, that stuff.
One more, Rob. That's all you get.
And then I'm fired.
The stuff that I used for in the corn is called Robin Red, and it's from Haith's Bait Co. And I think there's other places that can sell it. They're licensed to sell it from them, but it's it's the most legendary carp additive. Anybody that knows anything about carp fishing knows about Robin Red. But they've got it in a powder and a liquid form. I get the powder form, and then I get like a can of corn. I drain out the liquid, and then throw the can of corn into a Tupperware, put about a tablespoon of this red powder in there, and shake it up, and you let it sit for like a couple hours, and it like stains the corn red. I think it's got like chili powder and like paprika and stuff in there. Like it has a really good smell to it. It's like a seasoning, but you just put that stuff in there, and it's like the best carp attractant there is. I'll shut up about fishing. Sorry.
Yeah,
Carp
sorry,
fishing.
JDS.
Fishing.
Sorry.
Most people don't want to eat. Even the guy who's doing the fishing story doesn't want to eat them.
What, a carp?
Yeah.
I'll eat them. I don't want to waste a fish like that. I have respect for the fish. A lot of people don't respect carp, and they consider them a trash fish, and they catch them and throw them up on the bank. I handle them carefully and release them unharmed. So I'm not going to just go and kill a carp to cook it and have it turn out bad. Because, I mean, you see they're big fish. It's not like it's just a little fish, and it's like, oh, well, like, that didn't work out. But
I was waiting for that answer. I don't know. I think you're putting Susie to sleep. She wants a remedy to stay awake. Of course,
There's plenty of options being mentioned.
Well, I only see one option, but yeah, that's usually what. Okay, well, no, there's another option. Never mind.
There's 3 choices.
Okay, wait a minute. Cemetery. All right. Well, all right. There's that.
You can choose all 4. I don't know.
No, Charles isn't falling asleep. This is just what he does later in the live streams. He just kind of just goes off camera a little.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm tired. So.
Or actually, I'm sorry. No, he's not going off camera. It's because the camera, no, little tiny image, it cuts it down, so it crops the image. So technically, he's on camera. If he talked, he would be on camera, but without him talking, it's not on camera.
Right.
See?
Oh, yeah. Since we got everybody here in the chat, I wanted to talk about. Make sure you guys check out Soaps and Suds YouTube channel for their giveaway tomorrow. I'll post the link in the chat so you can check it out. Mm-hmm. I think it's tomorrow at 8:30.
8:30 Eastern time. 8:30 Eastern.
I'll post the link right now so you guys can check it out for the details. They're going to be having a giveaway every week for the whole month of February. So you have to subscribe to their channel and comment on the video to be a part of the giveaway. And it's tomorrow.
I believe that tomorrow's the Pucker Butts giveaway.
AM or PM?
PM tomorrow. It's I think the Pucker Butt giveaway, like a whole bunch, like a bag with a whole bunch of cool stuff in it, and every week will be something different.
Yeah. It should be really cool.
There you go. There's probably well, maybe Doug had the best answer of cocaine, but I don't suggest that at all. I don't think that's a good choice. But Rob's got a good wake up call. Rolling around the snow naked will wake anybody up.
Yeah.
Rob, he sent me something today. I guess someone did tragically, have an accident that was really bad for urinating in the frigid cold. So I guess somewhere some guy was urinating and it froze. So, you know, Susie said in the chat the other day that's what she was doing in the frigid temperature. So she came out lucky. She didn't have like icicles coming off or something.
Well, it was interesting when it was the -50. You could go outside and spit, and part of it would hit the ground and bounce because it'd be frozen by the time it got there.
Well, there were so many different I wouldn't say phenomena, but just that they were talking about some kind of diamond dust or something for off the lake by Chicago and stuff, and all these things that you don't see until it gets like crazy cold like it was. So there's so many things that happen when it gets 28 below zero for a couple days.
Well, if it gets really cold like that, do one of those videos like Shocks does. She goes out when it gets all cold up in Manitoba. She gets like a pot of hot water and goes outside and just throws it in the air, and that stuff just like turns to.
Oh yeah, there's many people who did that.
Yeah, if you do that, mix some food coloring into the water, so it'll look pretty cool once it hits the freezing air.
No, it doesn't. The try to BD doesn't change.
Oh, it does. It doesn't have the color whenever it.
No, because it goes up and it goes from liquid to steam immediately. And the steam is its normal white color, even if you put coloring in it.
Oh, dang.
I've done it several times.
So if you put coloring in it, it doesn't make color, or it does?
Does not.
It doesn't.
That's interesting.
So you could dump the whole container of like red or blue food coloring, and nothing will happen.
No. But I've done the 2 quarts of boiling water straight up over my head, and like -30, and not a drop came down. If you sat and watched for a while, you could see these little tiny snowflakes go drifting in the wind. But otherwise, nothing comes down.
So there you have it. If it's -30 and you don't have snow, just boil a bunch of water and build your yard up.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they make snow at the skiing places.
They use boiling water and like spray it. That's interesting. I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, at Mount Cato, they make their own snow, and they have these towers that are up along the sides of the runs, and they're high pressure water hoses, and they put hot water up through them, and it comes out, turns to, it's not boiling, but it's warm, but it still turns to steam right away. But a bunch of it will actually hit the ground, and on a good night, they can add a foot of snow to all the slopes.
Wow.
Yes, like I said, I'm not used to all those snow techniques.
Yeah, Doug says ski resorts make artificial snow from snow guns using the hot water. Yep. I just left out the word artificial.
What video are they talking about?
Apparently, some guy in Chicago who tried to do the water trick, and the boiling water didn't freeze, and it fell all over his head. So apparently,
somebody post a link to that in the chat, please.
It wasn't high enough or hot enough, or the temperature was too warm.
Yeah, probably wasn't cold enough.
JDS said he's going to make a GIF of the video.
Yeah, because I did it in 10 below with just a cup of boiling water to see if 10 below is cold enough, and it hit the ground. So it's got to be well below 10 or minus 10.
Yeah, when
Isn't
Shucks
it
was doing it, it was
like
like minus 30.
or something? What is it?
When Shucks was doing it, it was like minus 30.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah, but
think,
in order for it to work, I think it has to be like minus 15 or more.
well, I think she was talking about Celsius.
Yeah, I'm talking about Fahrenheit. It has to be like minus 15 or more, I think.
The atomized water that is above freezing freezes faster than cold water because the water molecules are moving faster in colder water. You are correct.
That sounds like the whole if you're using an ice cube tray, use hot water and they'll actually make ice faster thing when you put it in the freezer. I'd look that up. There was a lot of speculation between the two, whether it's better to use cold water because you're already at a lower temperature, so you just go a little bit lower, or if you use hot water and then it will rapidly go to that cooler temperature. And I can't remember what was actually the result of that, but I don't
Has
know.
Mythbusters not done something on that? I would like to see if Mythbusters has done anything on that. That sounds like something they would do.
I just watched that video. It looked like,
but I don't believe Mythbusters.
I just watched that video. It looked like he was like, I don't know, like it was like boiling on his skin or something.
Dave says
Just took it and just upped it. He didn't throw it.
He was like looking right up in the air too. Like
Dave says that's a different guy. That's not my old boss.
Yeah, he totally messed that one up.
oh geez.
Why would you like throw it up like where it would come down on your head anyway? Is that like
Because that's what everybody does. If you watch the videos of people that successfully do it, they'll throw it up over their head and it makes a big arc and just powder.
Well, I've seen that, like when Shox did it, but it looked like she was like throwing it behind her. Like it was like above her head when it was going, so it would land behind her at the very least. I don't know. Maybe I saw it wrong or my angle was wrong or something.
Yeah, because I start low enough and it starts dripping out. When it starts dripping out the front, that's when I throw it as hard as I can up and over, and it makes a nice big arch. And if the light hits it just right, it lights up like a rainbow does.
Well, hey, Doug, you could prove it yourself. You could take 2 ice trays, fill one up with hot water, one up with cold water, put them both in the freezer, and see which one freezes faster.
That video is funny. That was just published on January 31st.
Brand new.
Yeah, it's got 4,000 views.
That's it.
4,400.
Come on, people, bounce that number up.
No kidding.
It only has 6 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down.
Post it to all your favorite social media accounts.
All it takes is one person to share it, then they tell 2
The
friends.
person that posted it only has 17 subscribers.
Well, that's not bad numbers for 17.
Yeah.
What's up, Ivan?
What's up, Ivan?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, you guys know those steam cleaners, like the Scunsy steamers? Those things are fun on a really cold day. Just sit and spray it out the door and watch the different clouds and watch it turn to snow almost immediately.
You Canadians and your cold. You're so weird.
Well, I was cleaning out the oven with it, and I had water left over, and what am I going to do with it? I thought, okay, I'm just going to
call me out on calling you a Canadian.
I wasn't going to argue the point because I wouldn't win anyway. And besides, with as many times as I've been wrong today, I'd probably be wrong again.
No, you would absolutely be correct. You're in Minnesota. It's definitely not Canada.
So, Rob, have you started this CGN 21500 yet?
Have I started them yet? No. I'm waiting for a little bit on these ones because with this last cold snap, it's actually gotten into the upper 40s in the shop.
Oh, so it's pretty cold.
Yeah, and the ones that are there now are doing all right, but you can see they're not liking the cold.
Yeah.
But it got up to like 68 in there today, so
Okay. So have you grown these before?
the CGN 21 500s, yeah, they were in the batch that got destroyed last year. I had 4 of them there.
How many peppers did you normally yield on the plant?
It never got over 2 inches tall. Like
Oh,
it was in that batch that got destroyed.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you grew it in the past.
Um,
Exactly, Dave. What's Facebook?
oh, what's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg?
No, I'm talking the guy that we went to the Meetups live with.
Oh, Brandon or Brandon? No, it's
Conte, yeah, Brandon.
yeah, Brendan. Brendan. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Brendan, not Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
But now his
You said
name's
that
different. He
huh?
changed, now his name's different. Now his name is like his actual last name or something.
Yeah, but he said that the CGN 21 500s get to be about 2 feet tall and about 2 feet wide. They grow basically in the shape of a ball. And he actually had them on one of his videos from last year. He was showing them off. So they're a relatively small plant, and the peppers are relatively small, but they're a little bit bigger than ornamental. But there's just tons of them.
Okay. Because I want to know how many to put in this bed.
2 for sure.
No, I was thinking like 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
But to you, it's 2. But for me, it's 8. Because I got some kind of weird way of counting my plants, so then make sure I don't go over.
Wait, Rob, I don't think that makes sense. Hot
Yeah,
water
I
also
think he's
keeps
pulling
ice
our
frozen longer.
I think he's pulling our legs.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because if it's hot, it's not going to keep ice frozen longer, but it's going to melt ice. That's why when I empty an ice tray into the sink, I just turn on the hot water, and within a minute or two, it's all gone.
So, Mr. Beatty, are you back on a normal schedule now, work-wise, and that kind of stuff?
Yep. I've been back for a little, about 2 weeks now, and I haven't even started any of the seeds or anything for this year. I haven't even made a list or anything. I've just been busy.
Well, I was just wondering about the graphics projects and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. I've been very busy with that type of stuff. I still remember. I have to finish the stuff for you. I got to send it to you.
I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just, making a quick inquiry.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy with all that type of stuff, more than usual actually. Like after the first of the year, it's almost every single day now working on it.
Okay. Do you know who's doing the new logo for Chad?
I'm not sure. For his YouTube channel?
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. Just wondering if it was you.
Oh no, I haven't heard anything. If he wants, I can help out, or if I don't know if he already found somebody or.
Oh, he said that he had one that was being made for him, and there's one video, his update video. He's talking about putting a backdrop up behind and making an actual video spot. Yeah, so there to anyway. Uh, let's see. Must have missed you on the latest streams. It's great you're back, man. Cool. If it's hot before it's frozen. Okay, now we're talking science again about the frozen water. I have no idea either. Saying if you take hot water and freeze it, it'll stay frozen longer. That's what I'm gathering. No clue on that one. All I know is we have ice everywhere. You can come get as much as you want.
It's free.
Let's see. Who thinks Rev is going to come back with summer sausage? Probably me. I wouldn't be surprised. Uh-oh. Ivan says, all the guys on the stream are badasses. I don't think so. Sweet and innocent.
No, I'm a very nice person. Just get grouchy a lot of times because I'm tired.
Yeah, you got pretty grouchy earlier when I said
Dude,
you were.
I mean, I
love you, Charles. You're like
you.
one of my best friends in the world. I wouldn't just put you on blast like that, but you're like,
You act like I don't talk to you. It's like, my God, I just texted you like before the show, and it said, "Would you call me?" And you said, "Oh, I accidentally called you." I said I was talking to Scott, and then you said, "Oh, cool, I'm just chilling." Well, if you wanted to talk, all you had to do is call me.
I didn't accidentally call you, and I didn't say I accidentally called you. Quit trying to make it sound like I made it sound like it was an accident. I called you twice. You ignored me, and then said you were busy.
I was talking to
And I
Scott.
said, okay.
I was talking to Scott.
I know.
So I didn't ignore you.
It's okay. I was just giving you a hard time, and you just like took it to heart. Like,
I'm just tired. I really am tired. So
yeah. Well, we're at an hour and 45 minutes or so.
I do get grouchy sometimes.
Well, I do too.
Especially after working. I'm tired.
Oh wow, you got some admirer, some fan club going on.
Chili gang.
They sound like Carly Rae Jepsen's song right now, whoever that is.
Dude, me and Rob?
I guess, but I don't know the reference, so.
It's just how it is. Hell, we talk to each other all the damn time.
That's why I feel comfortable to give you crap about stuff, because sometimes you deserve it. You give me crap about stuff, too. It goes both ways.
What do I give you crap about?
Innocent all the time.
What do I give you crap about?
You give me crap about all kinds of stuff. What about Count Blubula, for one?
Never.
That's just one example, but that was a really long-lasting one, and that was a sauce name that I felt pretty proud of because it was that outside of.
I just like saying it. I don't know if I was really giving you crap. Well, I just like saying the damn thing.
Construed as that. It wasn't good advertising, but I wasn't trying to advertise it, so it didn't matter.
It's just funny because it's like, it really is a tongue twister, and you try to say the dang name, and it's hard, and it's funny when you're trying to fumble through a word and trying to say it. Count Blue Boot Law.
Yeah, but 99% of everybody deemed it called Count Blue Balls. So now my sauce is known as Count Blue Balls.
And in my defense, I did not do that. I did not once say that. I kept on going the acting like the Dracula or the Count from Sesame Street or whatever. I never. That was Cemetery or somebody who did the blue balls.
And that's a good tasting sauce, by the way.
Yeah, it's another sauce I haven't been able to try.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask
Like
Father.
I said, we keep adding to the list. I'm never gonna be able to get through them.
Well, you gotta make a video for that one. You've already given me enough crap. I told you that a month
And I
ago. You
will.
gotta make a video for that.
Like I said, there's videos.
I'm owed a video.
I will. I told you I'll do a video on that one. I got that one. I got one from Kyle. I'd like to do one from Jeff Hobbs. I mean, I like to do a lot more videos, but you know how videos go sometimes.
Rob, so what do you think of those jerkies? I kind of haven't heard from you since that package. I've been worried that you have been struggling with it. I'm sure
No,
those glitch you up.
I haven't been struggling with it. What's going on is I want to do a video with both Alex and Devin, but getting the two of them together in one space at one time where we can do it is being a hard thing to do. All of the jerky is still at the shop waiting, sitting right next to my camera, waiting to do it that way.
So you guys haven't even tried any of it yet?
Have not tried it yet.
Well, maybe we'll come up there and try it with you.
I wish it was that easy. I totally would.
Bring heavy coats
and boiling water.
We're just gonna have to wait because it's gonna have to be during your spring summer months.
But that's the boring time.
The what?
That's the boring time.
What's boring about nice weather as opposed to 29 below with 51 below wind chill? How is that fun? Then let's see. Let's talk about another person who whines. Oh, I'm so tired of being in the house. I got cabin fever. It's all it is is snow, the wind. I can't do nothing. Who's that? Rob. She bull.
Yeah, it's not me. I don't complain about being in the house. I love it.
I do.
About being in the house?
Yeah, I want to be outside.
I do too.
That's why I have a job.
Yeah, and I knew that as soon as he said Rob, I knew he wasn't talking about me because it'll be like 25 degrees and 20 mile an hour wind. I'm like, oh, I'm going fishing. Like, I stay outside.
Yeah, and what's the thing about the exciting part about winter weather here is if you haven't experienced it, it's exciting for me to come and watch you step off the plane into it or out of the airport into it and just freak.
Oh yeah, that just sounds thrilling for me. So no, I'll pass. I'll just take your word for it. I've been in minus 20 degree coolers or what have you, or freezers. I know exactly how that feels.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know how that feels, and I don't want to deal with it.
See, I don't mind the cold. I just don't want to be in the cold like all the time. Like, I don't want to live in Pittsburgh where I used to live and go through the winter. Like living down here where it's cold a little bit, like, whatever. I mean, I can deal with it. I mean, I ride around on a golf cart for my job. Like, it doesn't really bother me. It's 28 degrees and I'm driving around on a golf cart, you know, like it's pretty dang cold. You can't feel your hands anymore. You got one hand in your pocket or you're sitting on your hand or something like that. Your other hand's driving. You do that for like 3-4 minutes and then you put that hand like, you know, under your, you sit on that hand and drive with the other hand. And
have a good day, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Chris. Well, see, for me, it's like, you know, I have no desire to like waste more of my time in the morning having to get out there or doing whatever y'all do about trying to dig out your car, dig out your driveway, dig out the hell with that. I'm not spending all those hours trying to dig out my car and my driveway so I can go somewhere. That's the one first mistake because I'm like, nope, I don't want to get up an hour or two early before I start anything in my day to do all this.
Yeah, or especially to dig out the driveway. The car thing, not that big of a deal, you know.
Right.
Which, by the way, I've seen so many people saying or actually, I've seen laws where you can't start your vehicle up and let it warm up. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay, yeah, I get it. Global warming, all this stuff, bad, putting whatever.
Well, it's not only that, it's people that go around and steal cars.
Well, yeah, that too. But I would always lock my doors. I got 2 sets of keys. But
So do I. Minnesota just passed that law this year where you can't let it sit and warm up for more than 10 minutes.
Why
yeah,
is that?
5 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
that's
Minnesota, it's 10 minutes.
I've seen it 5 minutes where it's like, minus temperatures. Like, no, you should be able to do that because, I mean, I get the argument that you start your vehicle and just start going and it'll warm up. I get that. Eventually it will, but you're also having really cold air going through the radiator, which will cool down your engine, which means, it's going to take a lot longer for that thing to heat up.
Well, also think about it. Your breath, when it's really cold out, it's coming out as steam. And where's that going? It's condensing on the windows. So if you're forced to leave within 10 minutes and the windows aren't warm yet, they fog over. And that's a driving hazard.
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll take y'all's word for it. Yeah, I'm not.
I like
going
Tennessee where it gets cold. I do like having little tastes of that cold weather sometimes, especially. I hate when it's in the 40 to 30 degree range. That's like the kind of cold that sucks, where it just feels flat out cold. But when it gets down like a good bit below freezing, it gets so cold that it doesn't feel so cold anymore. I guess because there's no humidity is why.
That feels good to me.
Is that the current?
Yeah, this is my current temperature. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take
I
that.
understand. I'm saying I like that cold weather, just not all the time. Like right now, this is my current temperature here in Franklin, Tennessee right now.
That's fine too. But
Oh, what the heck? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
never mind. I was going to say it's warmer right now than it was at 1 o'clock, but no, it's 2 degrees colder. It's 49.
It's 60. The low tonight's 58. 69 tomorrow. 63 for a low. 70 Wednesday. 64 for a low. Then 71 for a high Thursday and 28 for a low. That's the kind of weather we get. Like literally, it's going to be 71 on Thursday and then go down to 28.
no, we're the same way, dude.
And then 40 for a high on Friday and 23 for a low.
We're going to be 71 Thursday with 39 for a low, and then it's going to be 48 for a high on Friday.
We've been in like the 60s
yeah.
and stuff for a couple days, but that's just crazy that Tennessee's weather, it can swing like, and I've said it so many times before, it'll go from like 70 degrees to in the 20s in like 12 hours or less.
Then we
I
have
guarantee you that would be like.
We have 99% humidity too.
Yeah, mine's going from 53 today up to 61, but the lows are like 45, 47, 52, 54, and then dropping to 35. And then the next day, 33 with a high of 40.
Yeah, Rob, you're 87 degrees colder than I am.
Yeah, so if I can talk for a minute so people can actually see what this is looking like. That's the next week for us.
Jesus.
More power to you, Rob. Have fun.
So Wednesday we're having a heat wave. We're going to get up to 20.
There you go, man.
Heck with that, man. I wanted to have short sleeves on today. It was so warm.
You're going to be in the hot tub and shorts on that day then.
You should have planned a trip down south this week, Rob.
His hot tub's in the house.
It is. It's about 12 feet that way. BD said, it's okay, telling Cemetery to not get frostbite.
Yeah, he made
Frostbite sucks.
He was saying something.
Whole section of my arm is frostbite.
He was saying something he did with the windshield wiper and the snow
And Charles, you said it's 99% humidity right there, now. It's not that high here, but it's 92% humidity here at the current moment.
Yeah.
How does that look?
Ooh.
That looks nasty. You need to go get that treated.
Did a werewolf get you?
No, it's frostbite.
Oh my goodness.
It's almost all healed up. but it was, if I could get up here, all throughout this whole entire area.
How long were you outside?
That's just it. I went from my truck to the house, and I had stuff in one arm and trying to get my keys, and I opened the outside door, and it was pushing against it, and I'm fighting a high wind, so it's constantly pushing against it. Go to put the key in, and the lock is freaking frozen, so I had to sit and fight with it for a bit. Finally get it to turn, wouldn't let the key out. Mind you, the door's still pushing on my arm. Pull the key out, turn the knob, step in, and I didn't feel it. It felt cold, but yeah, later that night it itched, and I scratched, and I pulled all the skin off.
Dang.
Well, I mean, I hope everything's all right with it.
Yeah,
That's scary. That would wake me out so bad.
Nothing now compared to what it was. And I ain't going to pee on it, cemetery.
Like I said, I'll pass on all that nonsense. Like I said, that doesn't sound fun to me at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Wait, was he talking to you?
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he's a single B, not a double B.
Maybe
Okay, because then said piss on it again. But yeah, if somebody's getting frostbite, if you pee on it right away, it'll help warm it up real quick if you can get it into something warm after that.
Well, that's what you do if someone's tongue gets stuck to a post.
People do that if they get stung by a jellyfish.
So basically, if you get injured in life, just piss on it.
that does work.
Either rub some dirt in it or
meat tenderizer and piss works for jellyfish.
Yeah, I know. But it's funny, there are so many things that pissing on it works for.
Do you guys remember that Friends episode where they went to the beach and I think it was Monica got stung by a jellyfish?
Yeah.
That was funny.
I remember one time, man, I was waiting, and there was a school of just little bitty ones, and every damn one of them got me. Oh my God, it felt like I got so many damn shots injected into my legs because of those damn things. I didn't even notice it. Huh?
Were you out wade fishing?
Yeah, I was wade fishing. So, but I mean, the way everything was, the tide was coming in and whatever, they were just going with the tide, and just before you knew it, it was just like whole swarm of those jellyfish just going, and just every one of them just hit you. And I was wearing, I believe, those like fishing kind of pants, kind of like a real thin material, and they still nailed the hell out of me. I mean,
has anybody ever heard of freshwater jellyfish?
I've seen them in videos or whatever on like YouTube.
Yeah, I've heard of a few times around Tennessee, like even not too far from my area, certain lakes and stuff. They'll end up getting freshwater jellyfish in them. They don't have like long tentacles and stuff, and they're like small little ones, like kind of like what you were describing. They're just like little ones.
Yeah, well, like what Doug was saying, a man of war, that one's really bad. Fortunately, I never got stung by a man of war, but I've seen many of them. I mean, it just looks like a freaking, bottle bag floating on top of the water, man. It's just like, it's crazy.
I've never seen one, but my cousin got stung by one? I'm pretty sure he got stung by one in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't think we have them around here. I've heard of them a lot in Australia? Isn't there like a lot of them?
Yeah, they have the box jellyfish.
That box jellyfish.
That's the most deadly one in the world.
Deadly. Super deadly.
Yeah, they don't even have to hardly get you to get enough venom in you to kill you.
Yeah. Everett, you're gonna have to hush, buddy. No.
He's telling you.
Yeah, he's talking. He wants to play with his tennis ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's getting to be about that time, guys. What do you think?
I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm rolling with it.
I'm off, but I'm tired. I'm getting tired. I mean, but within a few minutes, I'd probably be rolling again.
All right. Well, make sure you let everybody or let people know in the chat or people in the chat. Let Charles know that you want to see him fall asleep on the live stream again because he's totally taken the Rev Roll title from me.
Yeah, pretty soon it'll be the Charles roll.
It is.
It is the Charles Roll. Just everybody hasn't got the memo yet. They keep calling it the Rev Roll.
And yeah, I went back and watched, what was it, Friday night's meetups, and you guys,
There's Maverick in the chat again.
What's up, Maverick?
you guys, and you're teasing me.
About what?
You got onto my live stream and we're broadcasting it over the your stream.
I do. I do that every time.
We had a moment of silence for you.
Yeah.
So you
I
can
am.
talk
I am
about
trying to
your
promote your channel,
Space
sir.
rockets.
Yeah, and it was funny.
I'm trying to promote your channel, sir.
Yep.
I'm trying to get people.
I appreciate that. It was hilarious when you did it. I got a good laugh out of it. I'm not complaining in the least.
I'm still trying to get that space engineer.
You barely got the building blocks.
Yeah.
Susie, what kind of question is that?
That's from.
Maybe Rob wants to elaborate on that one.
Well, no, it's Ivan's question.
I didn't scroll up. I just saw Susie's question.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
I love typos so much, man.
Yeah.
You have no clue how much typos bring me so much joy.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense once I scrolled up to the next comment, but I just saw the Susie comments at first, and I was like, what?
That one by far exceeds my 3 mistakes tonight. In laughability, anyway.
Pulling
yeah.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, you know. Well, R. Kelly mixed with a jellyfish, you know. That way it's
Yeah.
justifiable.
And then
See, R. Kelly should have used the jellyfish defense.
yeah,
Oh, she got stung by a jellyfish.
If he would have had Johnny Cochran, he probably would have had that defense. Somebody would just rode up on
I
her
was
and
saving
kinda
her
threw
life.
a jellyfish on her, and she got stung, and then she needed someone to pee on her. Instead of the Chewbacca defense, it'd be the jellyfish defense. Oh man, that's too funny. But Maverick only showed up to say woof woof. That's it.
yeah, like that '90s dance song.
What? Who let the dogs out?
No, I thought Maverick was about to comment again. That there it is.
I don't know. That's debatable. Cemetery. Whoa.
What's the question?
Well, no. Cemetery said dudes will have better aim, but yeah, maybe I don't know. There's a lot of guys that can't hit a freaking toilet bowl that's this big around. So I mean, just saying.
Well,
I don't want to say
now
guys
they
are
have
like really
those.
good.
I forget what they're called. Those things, the for girls, like the little things for like camping and stuff. I forget. There's a name for them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Those. It's like a little funnel.
Yeah.
I bet those have pretty good aim. I'm gonna have to Google search that and see what it's called. It has a name. I can't remember it though. I remember when those first came out and were like a big deal.
You remember they first?
Well, I mean, it was like all over everything. Like they were really pushing those. Like,
is that it right there, Rob? Did Susie call it the Venus?
no.
Oh, I guess that's a different thing.
Do you look up what the hell is it?
Did Susie call it?
It's called the Venus.
It's not called the Venus.
Oh, I thought it was called the Venus. I thought it
No,
was.
I'm trying to look it up, and I'll see.
Why are you so tired, Susie?
What?
It's called the Go Girl. Go Girl.
Oh God!
You go, girl.
Way worse. The Venus.
You go, girl.
Yeah, Go Girl.
You go,
That's what it
girl.
is. Yeah, Charles got it. The same exact thing. It's called the Go Girl.
It's like. It's like a. Oh, I can't even. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this on the live stream.
Whoever
but
invented that, though, like that was a
It's like
pretty wise thing.
It's like a. I can't even say it.
This live stream.
The only thing that I've ever heard that every girl like
Rev, can you
everybody's always said that it works good, and I've heard people say like that, like it's really cool. But every girl that I've ever heard talk about that's like, who the hell's gonna want to carry that piss-covered thing around though?
Oh my God! But like the thing is
It kind of looks like the front of a watering can.
Oh my God, Charles, that looks disgusting.
Yeah, you could put like oil in your car with it, and
This part looks like a damn ear.
If you needed to like pour some fertilizer into a jug.
Oh my God! It's like it's not a funnel. Well, technically, it is a funnel.
It is a funnel.
I think you're better off getting a funnel. This son of it. Well, it's 320. This one's 329. The We Shine. We Shine is 3.
That looks so no, but Charles, just the picture that you showed looked like way gross, like way grosser than it actually. I've never used it. I'm not promoting it or anything, but it just looks so freaking gross, you guys. Oh my God.
Is there one called the Venus though? Because that would be hilarious.
No, I think that was like a name that I came up with it because I thought that would be like a good name for it.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, you guys! Oh my God, you guys! I'm gonna piss myself.
You need your Go Girl.
You need to get one of those Go Girl.
The Go Girl.
You Go Girl.
Oh my God, man!
Look at this.
Like an ad for them to look at shows a girl.
Hey, look at these drawings.
Rob Scholler's like that's a good hot sauce bottle filler.
Yeah. You know, hey, that'd be so funny. Like, Rev gets like an email tomorrow, and it's like from the company, and they're like, "We want to send you something to give away."
Yeah, just try it out. It's a multi-purpose, like Ivan said.
There you go, Go Girl. Go ahead. Yeah, send them to me. I'll send them. Or better yet, I'll give you a list of people that you can send them to.
Oh my God! Please don't include me anymore.
Ad. This is another ad, and it's for Go Girl. But look, it shows two guys like
Look
leaning
at this
over
guy.
the girl, like seeing in a urinal.
She's like, take a picture, it'll last longer.
Hey, before the live stream starts, like he has to
so
say,
big, it's all covered up. He can't see nothing.
before the live
my
stream
God.
starts, he has to tell everybody like the live stream's brought to you by Go Girl.
Yeah.
Susie, now you can write your name in the snow.
Exactly. There you go.
There you go.
Oh my God, you guys are so.
You could get your Go Girl, and then you can next carry your squatty potty next to it too.
My squatty potty.
you know, for years you've been using the restroom the wrong way. You need to.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
It's like
I just go like it's not, you know.
Stool.
Oh, I know
When
you
you
just
got-
lean on any available truck bumper.
Pretty much. If you when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, do I have my go girl ready? Otherwise, I can't go.
You just need to be aware of the risk of frostbite, though. Charles was telling me about a story
Oh
that
yeah.
Rob
Mm-hmm.
shared the story that you had told about the negative 45-degree pit stop.
And peeing out and just making a pit stop or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, so when you're done with it, like, are you supposed to like shake it a bunch of times to like make sure?
Well, that's the thing that I've always heard girls say.
Rev.
Like, they do come with like a little container to like keep it in, but I've always heard girls be like,
had paper towel, you guys.
Well, all I gotta tell you is, Susie, is this. If you ever decide to get a Go Girl, just make sure you don't get too drunk and think it's a beer funnel.
Beer bong time, everybody!
Hurry, hurry!
Beer tastes weird.
Damn. It's got that
I'm
beer.
gonna like. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna throw up. Hold on. Okay. Ugh.
Hey, welcome back, Scott. I'm glad there was nothing on TV.
What's up, Scott?
I was bored and came back
Oh,
here.
you just missed a great segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the Go Girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Hey, if you need it, use it. You know, go get it.
Rob says women can now join the guys to see who can piss the furthest.
Not exactly.
I just feel okay. Like my honest opinion though on that whole Go Girl thing is you know what? I think it's inappropriate. I'm not gonna say it.
Well,
all right, I'll say it.
I was gonna say this is a first.
I just like sometimes. Oh my God, how do I say this without sounding so inappropriate? Like maybe it can like come out faster than you wanted to, and it would like get all. You know what I mean? Ugh, God, no. Ugh.
Well, maybe the funnel was actually bigger than you think.
Well, that's why you aim the end of your funnel somewhere away from you.
Yeah, like,
no, I know that, but like I feel because you know, like sometimes when you're like pouring hot sauce into the funnel and it like just goes crazy, and sometimes it like overloads at the. I don't know. Oh my God, you guys. Okay,
I know,
next
but I'm just saying that you're a girl, and so you know what I'm talking about. Like when you go to like do that, it's not like you can just stand. You can't just stand there and face one direction. You gotta like get down and like. You're gonna have to like pull like whatever you're wearing down.
Like, why wouldn't you just squat then? Like exactly.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, you have to like squat, but you gotta like fully expose yourself. Whereas with that thing, if you're wearing jeans, you can just like undo the fly.
Yeah,
like,
and then you have some kind of like purple looking lip ear thing with the funnel sticking out over there.
Yeah. It makes total sense, but I also understand where you're coming from. And
yeah, a backflow. Dog side of the best. Backflow. Like, what if it like gets clogged? Like not clogged up, but like it's too much to like go through the little. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh.
Without the thing, if you get that backflow and you aren't like squatted the right direction, it's gonna get all over your pants.
Oh no, I understand like downwind and stuff. I've already mastered that like from years in the bush.
I'm a guy and I haven't even mastered pissing in the wind. There's no way to master pissing in the wind. There's even a song about it.
Well, my thing would be
I believe that's blowing in the wind, but no, there's a remake.
Yes, Joplin. She said bushy.
Does anybody still have the Go Girl up on their phone?
Yeah, Scott's wondering what the heck we're talking about.
Yeah, Scott wants to know what's going on. So, yeah, if you got the picture, show Scott. This is, so now
The picture Rob showed was funny because like the girl was like looking behind her, like on the side.
No,
of the
and the guy was like looking like, what are you doing?
Here's one of the less offensive ones. There's some that are a bit much, but this is the device, and there it is in action. Look at her face. Look at that satisfaction, pure satisfaction.
He's like,
Look,
yep,
she's
I'm
just
doing
letting
it.
She's just letting it flow, just letting it go. I mean, just
So, Scott, it's a funnel for women. If you ever have to go to the bathroom in the woods.
the bottom corner.
Yeah, you need to get one for
yeah.
Todd.
Here's another one
What?
that's called P Easy. P Easy.
I think the Venus would be like the best name for one. Like
Oh my
the
god.
like the Venus. It's like okay, I'm gonna be a little
And then
it's like
here's
the
another
penis,
one of the
but a
go-girl
Venus.
ones. This is the one I think they were talking about, where the guys are like leaned
Yeah,
over.
this one.
Is that
She's at the urinal.
Yeah.
Hey, the way that they're dressed, is that like a club or something? Like she got it in
Yeah.
her purse at the club?
She didn't want to wait in
Hey,
line, so she
hey,
had to go in the men's bathroom.
This answers your question, Susie. Look. See, look, she's showing you how to clean it and put it in the bag after use.
Oh, cool. So they give you a bag.
Yeah.
The funnel just looks so small. Like it just looks like I don't know. Maybe I just drink too much beer, but it's just
Well,
it
maybe
looks so small.
maybe the line out is like pretty half decent, you know?
I don't
But
know.
what if there was like back,
Wait,
like
Charles,
Doug was saying,
Put
back
it
flip?
back up again. I couldn't see the best. It looked bigger than I thought it was, honestly. By what you had.
Wait, because she'll take it out of its carrying case that it comes with. See, look, here's the Go Girl.
Oh man.
I guess it's like flexible, like a silicone or something.
Yeah, it must be.
I guess I don't know because it comes in that little bitty container and bam, look, it pops right out.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
big.
Very happy about that too.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this.
It's a silicone
Oh,
funnel.
it's ready to use.
It's a
That's
silicone.
like regular taco sized.
Oh my god, you guys. Will's like PP taco holder. David, don't even.
Yes. I agree. Hey, last time I
regular
asked,
hard shell taco size.
last time I asked on my live stream for somebody to send something to somebody, it happened. So yes, somebody send Susie one of the what the heck?
I'm not gonna use it.
Well,
I would use one just to try it, but I'm not gonna make a video of it.
I was gonna say make a video
Oh, no, you gotta make a
of it and put it on YouTube.
if you look at the rating,
All right, so today I'm trying the Go Girl in negative 52-degree weather.
Yeah, maybe you can combine that boiling water, like disappearing into and the Go Girl all into one.
Yeah, I'll review it for you if you want to send me the Go Girl. Then
Go.
I'll review it in my the weather. Oh my god.
Her viral Go Girl video.
It's gonna make me famous. Yes.
Yeah, I love what Ivan said. Somewhere there's somebody writing a country song about Go Girl into the book.
No, you're right, Doug. I don't have to worry about shrinkage at least.
Good point.
that random hair that gets right in front of the track and make you go crazy.
Yeah.
Is that the excuse you use when you can't hit the bull? Random hair.
If we can't hit the bowl, there's no excuse.
That's what I was saying, Scott. Whenever you're done, you just kind of like give it a couple shakes, you know, and then it should be all
God.
cleaned out.
Frick, I can't even imagine that, you guys. Yeah, what do you do with it after? Like, what if you're in the woods and this is like a woodsy thing? Then what do you do with it afterwards? You just
No,
like
Doug, it's shake it more than 3 or 27 times. I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of
you
those.
shake it more than twice. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing.
Isn't urine used as a sterilizer?
No, I wouldn't think so because isn't it toxins that you're
Yeah, I
expelling
guess
out
it
of the
could
body?
be. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I
'Cause
don't
you
know what
retain
you, I don't know
water.
what you do
I'm
with
not a
it.
doctor.
Watch the video, Susie. It'll tell you.
As I always say, I'm not a doctor. I
I'm
just
sure it comes with instructions.
So again, how did we get on the subject? Oh, we're talking about jellyfish.
yeah, jellyfish. But no, I think with the jellyfish
Oh.
thing, that's because of the ammonia. Isn't it the ammonia in the pee that neutralizes the jellyfish sting?
Yes, right. That's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah. The ammonia, yeah, and yeah, because they asked if I would pee or have someone pee. Well, initially it was in me, but they said, but I'm sure they meant on me. Yeah, I would have someone pee on me if I got a jellyfish sting. Hell yeah, fuck. I wouldn't. I would. That's yeah. 5% beer, no, Doug. No, it's like 50% beer. Okay.
Quite an influx. Well, Cemetery said it's 95% water. That's why Doug was saying 5% beer then.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I've heard human urine can't kill you. I've heard you can drink your own urine. Actually, I think I've seen Joe Rogan do that.
I'm pretty sure that's already been stated as well in the chat somewhere that you can drink your own urine. Sorry, that's gonna make me.
I'm not doing that.
I got a very weak stomach when it comes to this kind of stuff. Charles doesn't say on specs how to avoid cloggage using the Go Girl. That's a golden idea, Susie.
Jesus, man. Here come the puns.
Yeah. You guys go ahead.
Bear Grylls drinks his own urine.
I don't know. I haven't really researched it. I was just showing a video that said how to use the Go Girl in a camping situation. I don't know.
In a candid situation.
Whatever it was, I'm not looking. I mean, because they showed deer and stuff at first. I don't know. I'm not really researching it first. I'm like I said, I'm not really researching this. I just think it's funny to show the picture and then see your reaction. I'm not going any further than that.
Did you just say how to use it in a candid situation?
Camping.
Oh, I thought you said
But urine is sterile, and you can drink urine and stuff. Like it really, like yeah, it's gross.
Except what Doug said.
Except what?
What Doug said.
you can consume urine once, but not advisable past twice in a survival situation. So do you know that by experience or like I'm not like making fun of urine?
Yeah, all I know is that like watching Man vs. Wild, Man vs. Wild. That was what it was, the Bear Grylls show that used to be around. Bear Grylls, I know, I for sure watched him drink his own urine on there before.
I've been watching Naked and Afraid like a lot recently. It's called Naked and Afraid. It's a man and a woman, and they're of course naked, like literally.
A couple freaking idiots. Every now and then you get like a couple people that actually know what they're doing.
Some people are so cool, but like you're right. There's some of them are such like idiots. It's
all drama and stuff. They're like, oh, I hate my partner. And like they can leave early. They're like, I got scratched by a thorn, I'm out.
And they're like, it might get infected in like 30 days, maybe at some point. And you're like, you only have to be there for 21 days, idiot. But it's so good. Oh, you guys, if you guys haven't seen Naked and Afraid, it is so good. They're only allowed to each bring one item, like a machete or like a pot for boiling water or whatever, and they have to make their own fire and everything. Like, they literally have to live off one.
I think it was the guy, like not the girl, but like because they can only bring one item. The guy brought a roll of toilet paper with him.
I was wondering. I was like, does anybody ever bring toilet paper? But yeah, I would bring. I think what my thing would be like, okay, I'll bring one thing. It will be my tackle box, but everything has to be in there. That's just one thing, technically. If I was going to like, You know, like the Amazon.
If I was going to do that, I'd be like, I'm just only going to bring my toolbox. It's just like really big, and it's got like every kind of tool I could ever need.
I'm just gonna roll my toolbox onto the Amazon River here. Yeah. But yeah, like some of them have to make like their own raft and stuff to get to the extraction point.
Honestly, I could survive with just this. I would just bring literally this thing is a little ice rod, but literally just this little tiny rod with this one little jig. I mean, if I was in a survival situation, I'd go swim down to the bottom to get that thing uncaught if I had to. But this thing can catch so many fish. I could live off of that for like.
Did you see the one where the guy left early, and then so the chick was like left by herself, and she was like 23 or 24 years old, and she was there by herself. And she caught like an alligator. She caught like a pig, like to eat, and she skinned everything and ate it all herself. Like cooked it and made her fire. And I'm like, this is such a. The guy was like, oh my god, I can't take it. And she's like, I'm gonna do this. And she like actually did the damn thing. Like she saw it all through, and she hunted all the crap herself. Like man, that was awesome.
That chick sounds like she's from the country.
I seen.
Oh yeah, I bet you she was.
I seen the one where you can see a Denny's sign in the background, like at a truck stop.
How can they get away with that close to like human civilization? Like, would the cops find out and arrest them for like public exposure?
You can see
it's actually not in like rural or urban areas. It's like way out in like Africa, somewhere in the frickin', you know, what are they called? Savannah or whatever.
In the bush.
In the bush.
The bush is free in the bush.
But they do have a camera
If it's
crew.
a guy and a chick and they're naked, like, do they ever hook up or like, what's going on? Hey, baby,
They probably do. Some of them. Well,
hey, Rev, you can imagine if they did, though.
Imagine.
Hey, that's what Rev says in his videos. But you can imagine what it would be like.
I got that from, what was it? Not Happy Gilmore. Billy Madison. That Veronica Vaughn. Me and her got it on. Woo-wee! No, you didn't. No, we didn't. But a friend of mine and her, like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. But you can imagine what it'd be like if they did. He's just like.
And cemetery,
oh,
I can understand where you're coming from on that, but like 98-99% of every pond or river is going to have fish in it. And if they're in there, I can catch them. I promise you that. I've rarely ever come across a body of water of any size, even down to ponds the size of large puddles. And rarely do they have no fish. There may only be little fish, but they always have fish because the blue herons and stuff go from pond to pond and stream to stream and get like the fish eggs for like the bluegill and little perch and stuff stuck on their legs. Then they'll go land in another pond and they end up in there. So like even ponds that have never been stocked get stocked by the birds in that aspect.
There's actually quite a few lakes and stuff around the world that don't have fish.
Well, that has to do. That's what I was getting to. There's certain situations where the water can't support fish, and pollution and different other things that factor into it. But most of the time, if it has fish.
Why'd you retract your chat there, Scott? That was funny. That was referencing Billy Madison. Nudie Magazine Day. Nudie Magazine Day.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Yes, Rob, leave your damn state.
All right.
Well, Senator, you should make your damn straw video that you promised like a year ago.
Oh, calling you out, man.
You hide behind a freaking profile that doesn't even have a picture. I don't want to take crap from somebody that isn't even going to put their picture out there. You're just an internet persona. Nothing more.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night here.
You don't want to talk about Go Girl anymore?
No, I have not said one word about it at all.
He's still thinking about getting one, though?
Why? So you could send it to Susie?
I'm sorry, Rob. I had to.
Oh wow. Yeah, no. Yeah, send it to me if you get one though. I'll
At
try it
least
out.
Go Girl themselves should send you one for all this advertising that they've got.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the ones doing the advertising. I'll try it out. Hey, I'll let you know if there's any backflow or I'll keep you guys in the loop.
Anyway, yeah, Rob said he was going to take off. So, hey, Rob, where can we find you at?
Oh, I could quit belching. Yeah, main YouTube channel, Rob Z, ROBB space Z, pepper stuff. I haven't put any videos up recently, but that's going to start changing pretty soon. And then Yankee Ace 50 on both YouTube and Twitch. And Adam C, that's in here, is one of my regulars on Twitch. So that's where I got to know him. That's how he found us. Oh, yeah.
And what if people have a
Amazon
Prime account and they just really never heard of Twitch?
Well, that's definitely an interesting point, and I wasn't going to go there. But yeah, you got Amazon Prime, and you don't use Twitch. With Amazon Prime, you can get a Twitch Prime account, and you can go and help support different broadcasters with a free sub every month.
You know who my favorite Twitch broadcaster is?
PewDiePie?
Nope. Building blocks.
Building block.
Yeah, Building Blocks, I believe it, but I don't think he's a broadcaster yet.
I've never seen anybody on Twitch except for Rob Z, Yankee Ace 50.
Yeah. And I remember you coming in, so yeah.
Yep. We were following Space Engineer.
Oh, that wasn't Building Blocks?
No, Space Engineer. They were digging holes in caves and stuff.
And building machines, man.
Yeah. With,
What's the other one? We Are Millions?
He
Yeah,
does,
close enough. They are billions.
he does a Space Engineer with a lazy third eye.
Hey, you got her name right.
And she sounds hot. So all those guys out there, he's got a hot chick with him. You want to go check it out? I've never seen her.
Well, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, you know.
I will be there.
There you go. You got another subscriber.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a going forward Friday thing. So
And
yeah.
when nights can we find you on Twitch, Rob?
Tuesdays and Thursdays is Minecraft. Friday is going to be Astroneer, and then Saturday is They Are Billions.
Okay.
All times are 9 p.m. Central, except for Saturday, which is 6 p.m. Central.
And how long do they run? About 4 hours?
Most are 3, except for Saturday, which is 6. So yeah. With that said, guys, I'm going to cut on out of here, and it's been fun.
Later, Rob.
See y'all later.
Very, very strange, though.
Have a good night.
Yeah, Rob meant to say it's been fun, it's been real, but it hasn't been real fun.
Yeah, it's strange about the topics. It's all
Yeah.
good,
We've been on stranger things than that.
I guess.
I was going to say, you never know what you're going to get when you walk into the Monday meetups.
Yeah, that much is true. Alrighty, everybody in the chat, I wish you all a good night, and I will see you later. Later, guys. Bye.
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 All right. I tell you. Okay, see you later.
Bye. Hey, Mbai's in the chat. Bye.
Oh, okay. Hello. Hey, can you stop? Get down. Down.
Look at the pretty little boy.
Down. Yeah, there's not much more room in here for him.
I saw on your
I
photo.
honestly don't know how you get in and out of the door or like move around or anything by the picture you showed. I don't know if you have like a whole other part of the room that's empty or something,
Yeah,
but
like this
the
part
picture
is.
you posted earlier, there's like a narrow pathway.
Yeah, well, it's actually it's actually even more. Oh, look at him now. He can't get over there. I feel so bad. Okay, just jump. You can just jump over it. It's fine. But yeah, no, I got this whole part of the room. It's not like much. It's just like a desk here or whatever. But
You got
I
the
pretty
whole
much
corner of the room with nothing, and then the rest of it's all
all of
plants.
yeah, all of this is just pepper. That's it.
It's
And
that.
this, yeah, that's my.
That's the jungle office right there.
Susie, I have to say though, that's like one of the most impressive pictures I've ever seen. Like, and being that you're such a new grower, it's like, it's me and Charles always talk about. We're like, joke about like, I don't know what the hell Susie feeds her plants, but like, your stuff,
Well, I know what she feeds. I know what she feeds them because I've seen what she feeds them. I know
whatever
that.
Susie does, she needs to keep doing it because you're like at like pro status. I'm not even kidding. Your
Thank
plants
you.
are, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I really do mean like your plants are some of the best indoor plants I've ever seen from anybody in the PLC. And you don't.
Thank you. I
It's like
really do.
you're like, oh, I think it's doing okay. It's not doing that good. It's only in a 5-gallon bucket at like week 3 and like 4 foot tall.
I actually got these brand new fabric pots. Like here, I'll just show you quickly. Like
I
just
saw
like
one in the
these.
picture, the big ones.
Yeah, like these brand new pots. And actually, each of these soil mixes are handmade for each plant, like what they need. Like this is just like a little Fresno that I topped once upon a time because I hated it, and I'm like, just. But yeah, no, I really appreciate that. Thanks, Rob. I really don't do anything special. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't know what else to tell you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
you are special.
Well, my plants are special to me. That's for sure.
Well, I meant like, like riding the short bus kind of special.
No. Well, some of them are a little, yeah, but no.
What size were those fabric containers?
Are like 12 gallons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I only filled them up like halfway, and then I just folded the top down because why do you need like that big pots inside it? But those are all gonna be like their final bones.
Just my own 2 cents on it.
Yeah. I welcome any criticism, anything. If anybody has any checks, please let me know.
Don't jack with your plants more than you need to.
Well, that's a very good. That's a general, basic rule that I could teach anybody that's new
What
to
did he say?
getting peppers.
Don't
He
jack.
said, "Don't jack with your plants too much." And this goes back to what I've always told people:
What does that mean? Like, what do you mean?
don't try
Don't
to
mess
make
with them. Don't overanalyze it. Just because you see
Yeah.
yellow, just because you see this, don't start thinking
people
it's
that are
that.
new to the PLC that come in see so many people talking about so many different things. It's just like anything that you get into in the world. There's always going to be people that have different techniques and different styles and stuff. And so if you're new to something and then you go and you see all these different options, it kind of just makes your head feel like it's going to explode. It's like, what do I do? Like, everybody's doing something different. I can't do everything. So, like, what the heck do I do? And then that makes people do too much to their plants. It really, growing plants is a very simple thing.
So,
I mean,
like,
they're
do you
going to
think
grow.
that I'm doing too
And
much? Like,
peppers are very. No, but Susie, let me just finish what I was saying, and I'll get, because I had a point about something that I wanted to say to you.
Go ahead.
Growing stuff, it's very simple. It's going to grow. Peppers are very resilient plants. They can handle a lot of abuse and keep going. And as long as you get them, and eventually they're going to thrive, even if they've had a hard upbringing. So that's why I don't worry about catering to them so much when they're in a smaller stage. Like I let them get way too big for 6 cell tray and then just move them into a cup and let them kind of lay there like slowly growing. They'll get all root bound and stuff. But then when I go to plant them, I just tear those roots up a bit to where it's all fluffed up and plant them and they take off. But what I was going to say to you, Susie, is that Fresno that you put in that, what did you say, 17-gallon?
No, it's a 12-gallon.
Either
Actually,
way,
my
Fresno.
boyfriend was the one who asked me to put that in there because he likes Fresno. So.
Well, I mean, that's cool, but you should just get like a 5-gallon bucket and put that plant in there because it would max out in a 5-gallon bucket, and then you can plant something else in that. Like I would plant maybe one of those stringy ahi ones in that big plant.
Yeah. Well, they're a lot smaller, or like the big one, you mean?
Yeah, that big, tall, stringy one. Plant that
Like the
in that
3-foot long.
12-gallon, and
Well,
then
I still have like 4 or 5 like of those Faber pots left.
well, then whatever. But you're gonna have less walking space in there. I saw how.
Yeah, really is true. You're right. I don't
would move
really.
that Fresno to a 5-gallon bucket before it stretches out too much because I know how that variety grows, and it's not going to grow into a 12-gallon. Like it's never going to need a 12-gallon worth of space.
You think so? Should I?
No, 5-gallon would be fine.
Because I wanted
Fresno.
to put my contest plant in that actually originally, and then put the Fresno in like the little. It's even just like a 2.5-gallon bucket, but
that would be
I wanted
fine
to do
for
that. But just for now. But I mean, the soil is like way too like wet right now for me to even transplant my contest. Plus, I just topped it and like cut off most of its leaves. So, but yeah, no, I do agree with you. I think you're right on that. But just for the record though, like I don't really like I really don't do much to my plants in catering wise.
That's what makes them grow good.
Yeah, I literally like I just left them all weekend. Like no lights were on all weekend and no watering was done, no nutrients, and I came back and they were like grown. Like it was just like not just like leggy, because I know like when you don't have light they'll search for light, like not even like that, but like the growth tips, like there was just way more growth.
That's because when the light's on, they hold in energy, and then when the lights are off is when they grow. And because you have your lights on so much, they have so much built up energy that if you leave for a couple days and the lights are off, they just release all that energy, and that's what really stimulates growth. And so you can get actually really good growth by doing that method. I hear a lot of people that freak out about like, oh, you gotta make sure you have your lights on like a timer. I never.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Whatever time I get up, and then whatever time I'm ready to go to bed is when I turn them off. They're on my schedule, and it's not ever a set schedule, and it jumps around.
Well,
and I've never had a problem
with plants. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but this is a thing that I learned from my dad just over the weekend. He used to be like a really avid grower, not peppers, but like a grower. And
those are the ones that know the most.
Yeah, so he had such a freaking amazing yield. He had like 3 times the yield that anyone else would ever do. So he just told me this tip. So you keep your lights on a schedule, because they don't grow in the light. Like your plants don't grow underneath the light, and
They're just
don't grow
absorbing energy to get ready to grow.
Exactly. So, but when they get that schedule, like when they're out in the garden, for example, they know when the sun comes up and they know when the sun goes down. So there's that little time right at dawn or right before the sun comes up. That's when they grow, and then right before the sun goes down, that's when they grow. So that's why it's like really important to keep your guys' lights on a schedule, because they have that memory. Like they know when to grow. So, before the lights come on, I should probably grow. And then the lights come on and they're like, oh, this is cool, like it's awesome, like great. But then they don't grow at that time. But then right when you're about to turn the lights off, they're like, oh crap, like I better get growing. And you turn off the lights. Yeah, you're right, exactly. It's like
But
so
you
crazy.
were kind of going against what I was saying is that they need to be on a schedule, and that's what I was saying is that they don't need to be on a schedule. And I have no set
Each
schedule.
their own, I guess.
And my
Mine aren't. Mine are definitely not on a schedule. I can tell you that.
and look at how your plants are growing, and that's what I was trying to say is that they
Yeah.
don't have to be on a set schedule. Like people freak out about that, saying, "Oh, you need to have it on a set this and this or whatever." It doesn't have to be that way. You just make sure that they aren't without light for more than like 2 days
Yeah,
and don't
definitely.
get cold, and they're good. I mean, really, that's how simple it is. People make it too complicated. I do it
I mean,
with
they're plants. They
no,
grow in the wild, like
Yeah,
without anything.
that's the biggest tip is they do it without your help. So you don't need to add a lot of help.
Yeah.
no, but when you're growing inside, you're like doing it in a
Yeah.
controlled
Yeah,
environment.
you want
So
to.
I
You
do
want to help
understand
them.
that. But at the same time, though, like when they're outside, there might be days where it's super cloudy, where they don't really get much of any light.
Or like rain for like 3 days. You don't know,
Yeah,
right?
you can
Yeah.
control the doors as far as not flooding them out and having them get too much water. But with the lighting, as long as they get some light, like that's all they need. They don't even need as much light as people make it sound like. I wouldn't keep them in the dark all the time. I usually, I mean, it really varies on my schedule. But whenever I get up in the morning, I turn it on, and then like for example, right now it's 12:15 a.m. They've been on for well over 12 hours. I'm not turning them off right now, but whenever I
Yeah.
do turn them off, they'll get turned off, and then they'll get turned back on again. And it may be like one day where I don't turn them on until maybe I even get up and go do a couple things around the house, whatever. Maybe even leave, go run an errand or something, come back, and it might be like 11 o'clock in the morning before I turn the light on.
You sound exactly like me, like
Yeah,
exactly. Sometimes I'll have them on for like 30 hours straight. Sometimes I'll leave, like just this whole weekend, I was gone all weekend and I left all my lights off. And it just like, it really varies. Sometimes they'll be on for 20 hours, sometimes they'll be on for 12. It
maybe
really
we're
does.
onto something because I mean, if you look at your like season last year, you had like the best Canadian season I've ever seen in Canada.
Yep.
And then you look at my season last year, I had a pretty dang good season. I can't
Yeah, you
compete with
did,
some people.
really.
I did, and maybe that irregular pattern of light schedule has something to do with like helping the plants mature. So I don't know. All I know is they grow like crazy in here. I don't cater
And
to them like
it might
you do.
even it might even be like with the different light schedule, like forcing them to like not forcing them to be stressed, but like forcing them to kind of, you know, I don't
Adapt.
know. I mean, I just sound like kind of crazy right now, but like forcing them to get out of the box, like grow out of the box. You know what I mean?
I
Forcing
Like
them to
think
adapt.
a lot of people stress plants and they don't water them until they like start like really like almost dying, and that actually makes them hotter. Like the peppers make them, or like that stressing makes them hotter, like the peppers in themselves. And I don't know, it is true. Like you do it on your own schedule. Like you don't live your life around these peppers, although I but
Yeah,
yeah, no.
you force them to adapt to your schedule.
Yeah, exactly. And it could be like Rob was saying, like it could be 30 hours on with the lights, or it could be 12 hours on with the lights. It really they won't, or it could be 2 days off with the lights. It really doesn't matter. Like they should either way be able
Charles.
to.
Hey, Maverick.
Yeah,
Charles.
Maverick is
Maverick. Where you at, Maverick?
Charles gave us fair warning. Though. I was gonna ask him if he puts his light on a timer or if he turns it off.
Absolutely, I have my timers.
Mine's on the timer too, but I'm thinking about changing the timer now. Mine's been.
What do you set yours at, Charles? 12 and 12 or 14 and 10?
9 to 9, 9 o'clock at night to 9 in the morning.
So 12 and 12. Yeah.
Mine's 18-6. So mine shuts off like right after or right around midnight or something like that, and turns back on at like 6 in the morning.
Charles, you do yours throughout the night?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, mine shuts off during the night, but I don't have.
My lights are on all the time during the night, all the time. Like it doesn't matter if they're on all night. And then I'll be lucky if we get a nice sun in the window.
My plants are in my bedroom, so they're on my schedule. They're whenever I want to turn the light on to whenever I want to turn the light off.
What kind of lights are you using?
A fluorescent shop light, the most sophisticated light out there on the market. I think they cost like $3,000 or $4,000 or something last time I checked.
Holy crap! No way.
It's awesome. like a big 4-foot bar, and it has like these two like crazy like space age bulbs in it. They're like these long.
You should make a video of that.
Yeah, where the bulbs actually cost as much as the fixtures.
Yeah. But all I know is that grows awesome plants. That's all I need. I don't.
Yeah. Well, your plants all around have been like even last season, like you were just saying, like they were freaking so good. Even all your phenos and everything were amazing.
Yeah, I don't need plants to grow that fast. I always jump the gun too early, and I jumped it too early this time. Charles, I can blame.
You jumped it too early? I jumped it too early.
Yeah, you started way before I did. But Charles and me were talking about it, and I was like, no, Charles, let's wait until the end of December. We should just now be having sprouts popping up. But instead, me and Charles...
I was on the first week of January.
I waited until like into the second week of January.
I just from
second week
from
of January.
PLC Facebook. I actually just received these seeds today. Thanks, Dwayne, if you're watching. But it's Dracula, white jalapeno, lemon spice jalapeno, yellow cayenne, and tangerine dream.
What is that Dracula one? I've heard several people talk about that Dracula one. I think I was talking to Will Be Very Hot earlier, and he was talking about that. I've never heard of it.
That's vampire.
Or vampire. Yeah. Okay.
But I can't even plant these. Like I've got too much right now. I'll probably wait until around the end of March to at least plant these. Like soak them and then plant them. Like I'll wait till the end of March because I just got way too much crap going on here. Like even my Sugar Rush Red and my Chocolate Poblanos, like they're all getting super tall. And like Rob, like the seeds that you sent me, like
Susie. Okay, here, just a suggestion. You should try, and I mean, literally, like I actually want you to try this. And I've seen videos, and I've seen like people that have done it. Do like the topsy-turvy style, like where you do like a like planter with like upside down planted plant. You should really, honestly, you'd have to make hangers in your ceiling for it. But you should try that.
I actually do have. I already do have hangers in the ceiling.
Well, then you should try that with a couple. And just see.
I did that with tomatoes once, and it really does work. Like it
apparently works with peppers too. Like I was watching some show like where this guy was doing that in his greenhouse, and I've never really seen a whole lot on it, but I've seen a few videos on it and stuff.
Like this is your Rob. This is one of your peppers, Kate. This is one of your yellow jackets.
Yeah.
I just topped it today, actually. But, like, look at that. Like, this is so thick already. Like, it's thick and it's healthy. And it just, I don't know. Like, I just topped it today. And it was actually like up to here. I actually still have the cut.
Charles,
I'm
look at that
gonna
plant.
try to propagate. What?
Charles, look at that plant. Look at that yellow jacket Susie has there.
Uh,
And
that's like it's like actually it literally is like the size of my pinky. I'm
that's
not like
crazy.
yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Susie, next year, don't start your plants so early.
I didn't hear that, but
He said next year don't start your plants.
And don't keep upgrading the pot size either. Because, I mean, what are you going to do with all these damn things in 5-gallon buckets in a room?
they're not even in 5 gallon. Like you mean like I've got 3 that are in the 12 gallons.
Well,
but
you
then
just said you're going to put them in fabric pots.
some of them, yeah, I only got a couple
Why?
left.
Why?
You're putting plants in 12-gallon fabric pots indoors. You're indoor gardening.
I know. Well, I have to. Like they're growing like I can't keep up with the growth. Like I mean,
Okay, but this is if you put them in a bigger pot, they're going to get bigger.
yeah, I know that.
They'll stay the same size in smaller pots, though. Like, you can keep the growth stunted.
They're so root bound. I can't even tell you. Like some of them, yeah, like some of them I want them to grow, but this is like their final resting place. Like I had
Even if
mentioned.
they're root bound, though, Susie, the thing is that they aren't dead. As long as you keep them alive.
Like,
just think about. Okay, but just let me put it into perspective.
It gets to the point I can't even lift the cup out of the of like the first cup because they're so root bound. Like I can't even pull it out.
Here's another suggestion.
The roots are expanding and everything. I know I planted them way too early. I'm stupid for that.
Slow down your process if you're going to do it like you do now. Here's a suggestion for next year. Why don't you grow, if you want 3 of certain varieties or 4 of certain varieties, plant 1 and grow 1 and then take clippings and then root those clippings because that takes time. And then you'll have plants by the time you need plants. That might be a strategy for you.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion.
No, definitely. And I agree with you. I'm trying that right now just to see if I can even propagate.
Because you have enough time indoors that you could just grow a mother plant of whatever you want and then take
just make clippings, yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did with this one. I've already, like you guys can see, like I've topped this one like twice already, and it's got so much new growth already. But so I originally topped it here, right there, and then my second topping was here, here, and here, and I've got those ones trying to propagate. But I'm just seeing if I can propagate it. Like it's just all experimental.
What I would say though is like with that one that you're holding right there, that big long branch that you just pointed to, the last one that you topped.
This one right here.
Yeah, that one. You could clip that down near the base, and you could propagate that branch, and that would be a perfect branch to make a whole other plant, and then it would branch out from somewhere else.
It's getting like new branches everywhere already.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That one branch wouldn't be a big loss, and that would be a whole other plant.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's already getting like I don't know if you guys can see that, but like it's already getting like a woody stem, and it's like this is a mustard habanero.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that one looks nice.
Thank you. But yeah, no, maybe I will because I mean I still got so much time. Like I got time. Like this is why I planted most of my peppers this early, because I have time to experiment with them, right? So I can top them like 3 or 4 times before I even take them out and make sure that they're super like hardy and healthy by the time I take them out. Like this one here, like the yellow jugget that you sent me, like I can already see like on every single node just like the new growth. And it's already does have like a woody stem. Like I can lift this up like easy. Look at this.
That's crazy. I wish my yellow jacket was that far ahead right now.
and it's
You're growing the same
I got
exact
two
seed
other ones.
I'm growing. I gave you the correct correct color of the F3 seeds. You have the furthest along plant of anybody that has those ones. Mine are just little, like, tiny little sprouts right now.
Well,
My plant is bigger than, like, one of the leaves on that plant.
Mine are like,
Not bigger, smaller.
well, they're still at Blumberg's house.
You've never showed interest in wanting to grow that one. If you'd grow it, I'll send you some.
I said I would, like, last year.
What?
Said you were gonna send them, you just never did. So I was like,
you haven't started any seeds?
nope.
mm-hmm.
Got my Jiffy Mix.
You haven't even started any seeds, Rev. Like, what the hell?
I'm so glad that you got some Jiffy Mix. Nobody ever gets a Jiffy Mix where I talk about how that's like the one that I go to. And I always suggest it to people, and then 9 out of 10 people that I ever say get Jiffy Mix and seed starting trays comes back. And they're like, oh, I didn't get that. I just got this Jiffy Mix Jiffy greenhouse thing with the pellets. I hate those pellets.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, the pellets.
But the Jiffy Mix, and either start it in cups like Rev does or 6 cells, whatever. But I would recommend 6 cells because you can control the growth better in there.
Yeah, I like the 6 cells better, but if I don't have them, I'll go with the cups.
I reuse mine. I buy like a 24 pack like once every couple of years, and
I just find like the 6 cell little growth, like they just dry out so fast. Like, so what I do is I'll soak my seeds in tea and I'll plant them, and I'll like straight up, I'll pick a cup and I'll plant 3 seeds and then put the Ziploc bag over it. But that's it. And then whatever happens, like I'll need to transplant them anyways. Yeah, like it's a little bit of a pain to kind of pull it out or whatever, but I do like what Rob Blumberg does. Like, I will wait till they're a little bit more mature, and I'll like not pull it out, but I find that the littler trays dry up so much faster, and it's really hard to maintain that while they're germinating. I just when I'm germinating, I want to just put them aside and don't even worry about them until I see green. So
I like the double cup method for germinating seeds, but I only like it because you can put a bunch of them in there and you can just label it. You don't have to worry about like labeling the whole 6-pack and stuff like that. But I usually go with the 6-pack. I'll put marks on the side so I know like this, it's a plus sign over here, minus sign over here. That way when I write it on my notebook, it'll like be right there with a plus sign.
Yeah. I was just looking for my notebook to show you like how I do it too.
What I do is I just take, and I've got like, and I use a notebook and I use like a coding system, but I take like here, this is just a like regular size, like oops.
What you got there, Charles? You got like a full-size awesome drink?
See, look, this is just a regular size popsicle stick, and I cut it in half. The rounded side is the side I push down in the soil, but I write like the abbreviations for things on these popsicle
like
sticks.
Scotch bonnet yellow, Scotch bonnet red, looks like.
Well, it's actually a Scotch bonnet cross, and it's a mystery cross, but yeah, it is a yellow and a red. But yeah, so like I've got them like right there. That's the what is that? Yeah,
yellow jacket.
YJ. That's the yellow jacket. So these 3 right here are yellow jackets, and if I have 4 of something, I'll do it like this, where I did like right there. That's another yellow jacket, and then over here I've got something different, which that one's GXBC. So this is the ghost crossed with Bootla chocolate variant that I have because I have a ghost frosted Ula. I have a chocolate variant and a red variant.
Glitter
But yeah,
stew.
I do that, and I have like a little coating system. Here's a couple of the pretty ones, which it's
Yeah,
not gonna.
like, oh, what's that one?
Those are Orange Gum Tiger Mamp, and then these ones I've gotten from Josh Lebeck, and I think he called it something different after. But when I had originally got the seeds, he called it Lavish Fruit Gum, but some type of like bleeding calyx one. It looks cool with purple foliage. But these plants, like a lot of people would be like, oh, like that's more than ready to move them into cups. No, for me, this is just getting started in 6 cells. I'll let them get significantly larger, and these are not big 6 cells. Like some
Yeah,
people
no, I
use
have those exact. Yeah,
these
yeah,
are the small. Like look at my fingertip next to one. Like it's just a
yeah,
small little 6 cell, and they're all like wrinkled up on the bottom because I've reused these multiple
yeah.
times. And the way that I get pushed up on that plug, and it loosens the dirt in there. See, like
See,
that one's like ready to come
when
out.
I've got those exact same things, and when I transplant from there, my whole thing is, okay, I'll transplant when I can grab the leaves and not touch the stem, and then transplant it. Like if I can carry a plant by the leaves into another container, that's when it's ready to go. Other than that, I'm gonna leave it. But
These
like I
are
said,
these are at the point where look, I don't want to lift it all the way out, but I mean
yeah,
I
yeah,
can lift
yeah,
it out by
you
the
can.
stem, and that's when I would get them to. I mean, I could transplant them now, but then they're just going to take off. I can keep them in here though for another few weeks or
I
maybe
like those other ones. Do you have any seeds left?
the orange gum tiger man,
Yeah.
these really dark foliage
Yeah,
ones.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, I still have some of those. Did I not send you any of those?
No, I would love those.
Yeah, I'm sure I could figure something out. I guess you still have like 12 months before summer there in Canada.
Yeah, and I just got like a whole crap ton more seeds, and I'm
Do
yeah,
you have
I
any plants that grow with purple foliage?
just my black jalapeno, which is like
Yeah,
all the way
and
over there.
I'll send you some of those. And I planted 3 seeds, and all 3 of them came with foliage. So, and I think
Yeah,
Charles planted 3 of them or something in foliage when I'm done.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Not only does the plant look cool, when they get bigger, the plant gets a lot darker. I mean, they get really dark leaves on them. But and I've showed them like a million times on the live streams because it's always gotten brought up. That was one of the most pleasant surprises. But I grew 4 plants of the orange gum tiger man last year because it's like a F1 or F2 that you get from Mojo Pepper. And
Yeah,
so there's mixed results, and every single plant that I grew came out different. Some were green foliage, some were dark foliage, some of them had red pods, some of them had orange pods. It was just all over the board. But those, and when the pods grow very dark, like a shiny dark purple color,
hmm.
almost black. And then they start to transition into an olive green with purple blushing, and then the olive green will start to go away and they start to go into orange. But that's the pods that I was getting. Here, let me get to where it'll focus. That's the pods I was getting off the orange gum tiger man. That's what the ones I have going right now were started
Those
from
are
seeds.
freaking
And if you
awesome.
look, like all the stingers have these like black tips on them.
Oh
They
yeah.
look really cool, and every pod had a stinger pretty much on that plant, and they're all like wrinkled looking, but they got this nice orange color, and then they retain some of the purple blushing. But the pods, when they start out, are like deep, deep, deep purple, like all purple.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's a really productive plant too. It
Shut.
doesn't grow the nicest. That plant, it got, when it forked and then it forked again, like where it had forked the first time, that half got broke off on one side. So really it lost like half the plant when it was
So
younger.
did you even top it at all?
No topping at all. And it grew out really nice, but they don't grow very bushy. They kind of reach out. It was a little bit spindly, but it made up for that in production. Like every single node would produce something. And I want to say that I can't remember, but I want to say that it might have even produced as many as 2 or 3 per node sometimes.
Wow.
It was a very productive plant, and I only
That
had one.
well, those peppers look like super nice. Like those are nice pods.
They're really hot and have a really awesome flavor. The powder from them's really good too. I gave the powder to some people. I think I sent some to Charles. I know I sent some to Shaping for Life and somebody else, and they said that they really liked it.
What did you think about that, Charles?
About what? Life?
The Orange Gum Tiger Man. Didn't I send you some of that powder?
I like it.
They've got a really nice flavor to them.
Yeah. I grew them last year. I grew the peach gum tiger mamp as well. Mine didn't turn out.
I agree with that as well too.
Did they have like a floral taste to it?
Yeah.
So is it scorpion-like?
It was definitely scorpion-like. Those particular ones. I had other phenos that came out not scorpion-like, but those flavor-wise were very scorpion-like. And a lot of pods that ripen, like super hots that ripen to ripe color but retain some of that purple blushing, they oftentimes have that like floralness to them. I think I saw a Batman or somebody. I'm pretty sure it was Batman. Was talking about that in one of his videos, and I think he was talking about maybe it was in the Hollow's Eve video or something when he did that Hollow's Eve last year. But he was talking about how a lot of the pods that have that purple blushing once they're fully ripe have a little bit of a floral hint to them, and that's a very truthful statement. I've noticed that
Well,
too.
that's like the same as like my 7-pot Merlot that I've got. Like the Merlot has, like, hence its name, it like is green, but then like just like the very bottom of it, same as those ones, Rob, that you just showed, is like a dark purpley almost, and it can be like it can go from like yellow to like dark purple. So pretty excited for those ones, and actually, funny enough, those plants are like they're just going wild, man. Like they're growing like crazy. They're great.
What do you mean, Will? You mean you're sending Innocence the seeds, and she's going to be giving them away, as in giveaway, because they're doing
Yeah,
giveaways every Tuesday of the month?
I think that's exactly what he's saying.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Hey, that's awesome. So you said the February 19th to the 26th.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, that's I get a majority of my seeds from is Justin.
Dog is freaking the hell out. Stop. What the hell?
I like the little bitty whatever the emoji con things that Will did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like I said, I get a lot of seeds from Justin, so he's a good guy. He's got some. I mean, that's a lot of the varieties that I'm growing this year. That's I'm looking forward to. I got from him. So, like the Leviathan Scorpion, and well, I got that from Gage, but it was via pod that was sent to him from Justin. Church sickle.
Yeah.
The orange turdsicle, the classic orange turdsicle.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm still waiting on that one. I just started that one about a week ago. I got some seeds. I got some more seeds from Max today that I'm gonna start tomorrow. So there are other varieties I never heard of. So pretty neat.
Like, do you know what the names of them are?
Sure.
Well, what are they?
Well, one's a common one that's it's like his cross is a Trinidad Hornet F6. Then he gave me an orange bell, but it's not like a bell pepper. It's kind of like a cross between an like a Brazilian starfish and a Scotch brain. And then
Oh,
then there's that's what it looks like at least. And then there's a BBL.
What's a BBS?
That's a
oh, what's
cross.
a BBL? I was just gonna ask.
Some cross that of a big black mama that I guess he named Big Black Lady. So I don't know. He showed me pictures. They're pretty cool.
Hey.
Where is it? He said it produced. He got 500 off of his plant last year. So it's like this.
Oh wow, those are nice.
Um,
Dang.
I'll try to grow that out. So definitely some interesting ones. So that'd be the last of the super hots. Then I'm going to the mild varieties in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, they definitely grow a lot faster. Like I've got a crap ton of milds right now that are like like I told you guys, I've already had to like throw a lot of them out. Like I've just had to toss them, and I'm gonna replant them in about a month, or yeah, about a month and a bit. I'll regrow them. Yeah. Just too much, just way too. And when you try to water them, it's so frustrating because all of their like leaves get intertwined when you're trying to pull it out. Like, and ugh.
Yeah, it's hard being a pepper mommy.
Yep, it definitely. But you know what? I love it. Like I said, like I always say, it's therapeutic to me. It really does like give me something to do. Like honestly.
I'm not gonna lie, I have like a hardcore seed starting addiction. It's something about like getting them to sprout up, and then and I know Charles says he doesn't like having to deal with them multiple times and like transplant them like and separate them from the 6 cells. But I love starting more than one seed in one cell, and then watching and seeing all these ones pop up, and then once I get several in there, like going and separating them out into their own 6 cells. I enjoy doing. Like that's one of the parts of the season that I look forward to. And I didn't used to do it indoors. I would do everything the same way that I do it, but I would do it outdoors. And I've been doing it for years, and I love starting a bunch of seeds and dealing with all the little baby plants. And
I know, and like watching them grow.
yeah, it really is exciting.
It is. You're right. It's so Punch your dog? What the hell? Okay, somebody.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, we don't do that on this live stream.
No, he's already having like a dream.
How about this? Come here. Come here. Oh, how about this dog? You gonna punch this dog? This dog will punch back. She still has her paws all taped up from shadow boxing in the corner.
Oh my god, my dog is like hyperventilating right now.
No, puppy dreams.
Mine is too.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just left him like here all weekend, like not by himself. Like I had a friend come over and like take care of him, but he probably felt so because this dog has like anxiety issues. If he's not around me, he gets anxiety. Like that's him, and I can only imagine. Oh, look! I can only imagine how like he must have been feeling. Oh my gosh, I feel horrible for leaving him just for the weekend.
But don't do it again.
That's why. Yeah. That's why he's getting extra special attention.
Not my little girl. She gets way too much attention. She's gonna lay down by the dining room table. There you go.
I'm just looking forward to that early spring since old Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, you don't know. Hey, you don't know how much I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Punxsutawney Rob.
Yeah, I've been saying that shit for literally like over a month. I was telling Charles that on the phone earlier. I was like,
I'm just gonna watch y'all take that crap out early.
I'm not going to take it out early and risk that. I mean, yeah, maybe I'll put plants out to like harden off on my back patio, but if there's any threat of any cold, I'm going to move that stuff inside. I'm not going to risk it and plant early, but I'm going to take advantage of it. And I'm going to be, I mean, if I like, because it's going to get crazy in another month or two. I already know. Like, once I start going into cups with all these plants, it's going to be nuts. So if it's warm enough weather to where I can keep them outside during the day and even just move them in the evening, like that's cool with me. I'll do that and just move them in like my downstairs area by the back door because my back patio is like where I put them out and I know exactly the way the sun
Look
moves.
at this
So
dog. I'm
shade.
sorry. I'm sorry, but
Rob's got a great question for you.
what are you doing? Sorry, what?
Rob's got a question for you.
What? Oh, so are you? Yeah, yes, I am actually. And they are doing fantastically. I don't know what it is. I think it's the nitrogen that is making them grow.
Maybe it's the nicotine.
yeah.
Because it's actually crazy how much they're growing since I like just started like because those ones I was like, I'm just gonna kill, but whatever. I literally just cut the tops off of them and like let them go on there, and then just started ashing and putting cigarette. Yeah, no, they're growing. I'm telling you.
I don't put cigarette butts. I don't ever do that in my plants indoors, but I don't put cigarette butts in my garden. But if I'm outside smoking by my garden, especially my one along my front sidewalk, I'll always like if I'm standing there, I'll ash in the garden, and then when I get down to the last bit of the cigarette, when I'm putting it out, I'll just kind of like twist the tip so all the tobacco and the ash and everything just falls out and falls into the garden. I do agree that it's not bad for the garden, but I don't put the actual cigarette butts in there just because it doesn't look so good.
I did that with mine. I would get up and show you, but I'm a little bit. I can't.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers, Dave. I got like a sip left.
Punch your dog. What kind of comment is that?
I'll punch you. A couple times.
He said he was
Well,
happy you guys read his comment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we read comments. But no,
Yeah.
by the way, if she's around you, she will punch you for saying that. Just letting you know. Actually, Charles might punch you just for saying that too. He likes dogs.
And he's got the same kind of dog that I do. Maybe his
Look at that.
isn't as lazy as mine.
Yeah, look at that pose he has right now.
And Coda's living the dream right now.
Oh, look at that cutie over there.
Yeah. I neglected him all weekend. I have to make up for it. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Stay there. I don't know why. If I put socks on the ground, my dog loves to curl up right up on them. Oh, this is my
So
favorite.
she's like a cat.
Well, I guess we've gone long enough. We could call it a wraps if y'all want to. You can keep on going if you want to too, but
I'm about to head on out.
Yeah.
all right.
I like got a little second win there for a little bit, but I've been tired since like 8.
I've been tired since I woke up. Somebody kept me up all night. I'm not
What?
going to say who. I'm just going to say that, there was somebody out there in the ether.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're so
Well,
funny.
if we're heading out, then tell us where we can find you on the social media stuff.
Hey, baby.
You can find me here and there and everywhere.
There you go. That's where you can
Around.
find Rob.
Yep. I'll be around.
Look at this dog, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, when he said it's right next to me.
Funny.
Bloomberg's on Google Plus. He's on Hangouts. He's on. Are you on Facebook?
I have a Facebook. I don't use it. I wouldn't say I'm on Facebook. I'm
Okay,
on
he's on
Mute.
Facebook.
I'm on Instagram.
He's on all those different things. So get on him and ask him why he hasn't made videos yet. So there's your plan of attack.
Yeah, something like that. I'll get around to those video things here soon. There just haven't been much to. I've been trying. I will say that I've like filmed probably like 12 plus, maybe even 18 plus hours of stuff that I've like deleted over time. Like I'll film and I'll delete. I'll film and I'll delete. Like when I've been going out, especially fishing, I haven't attempted making any other videos, or I would have actually been able to put something together. But I don't have anything to do right now. I mean, my plants are just little plants. I'm gonna wait for a little bit on that. I have like such a tiny little setup that I couldn't really put together a video out of that. And fishing wise, it's been slow, but one of these days I'm gonna get on a good one. And I've been making sure to keep my battery charged, keep an extra battery, which now I got because they sent me the replacement case, but they had to send me like a whole replacement package. So I have an extra camera. Like I have like 2 of them now, and so I've got 4 batteries, so I can keep plenty of battery life for when I go out. Like that's not a issue at all. It's just getting out there on the right day where I can actually put together some good footage.
Now you can see why I like that camera company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said the case was out of stock, and she was like, well, we can send you a open or a return package, and it'll be the whole parts package and everything. I was like, so like camera and all? And she was like, yeah. obviously I didn't get a SD card with it. They didn't. It would have been cool if they sent an SD card with it too, but it was just the camera. But they put it. It was crazy because, and it was in a different box from the one that I'd gotten before. It was in like a fancy looking, like this black box is what it was in. The other box, I don't know if I have that laying around anywhere handy. But
It was
the other
white.
box, yeah, it was like white, and it looked way different. This one, it's like a heavier, like, and the way it opens up is cool. Like it's just like one that opens up like that, and then it's got like which it's DB Power is the brand, and it's got like the little card and stuff, and then the little boxes in there, which I don't know if they'll show. Yeah, there we go. Have to get it with the light just right, and it's got like the different parts and stuff. I think, yeah, this is the one with the. I don't know. I can't get into it. But either way, yeah, all that stuff came. I got the new replacement case. Plus, my buddy Catman gave me a new case because he had extras and he didn't need them all. And so I've got 2 working waterproof cases and 2 working cameras. Now I just need to get another SD card. And I could even have 2 cameras. And I've got like I bought like the other little parts package, and it came with like this little like flexi tripod where like the legs are like bendable, like you can curve it around a tree branch or whatever. I could like set up one on a tripod, and then I've got the chest mount, the head mount, and stuff. I can definitely put together something out of it. I'm just gonna have to get the right day out fishing.
Sweet. Well, if anybody wants to send a SD card to Rob, I would highly encourage that. That would be awesome. Power the live stream.
Yeah, if not, I'm gonna end up getting one. I just got the other camera in the past like week, but that was pretty cool that they sent a whole nother one. And there wasn't an issue with the camera; it was just a case. And I tried cleaning it, and I got most of the fogginess out, but still on the edge of the screen it had a fogginess because that lens is so wide angle that even though it was like way to the side, like that bubble lens would still capture the foggy spot. It was like kind of up in the crease where I couldn't clean it out. There's nothing wrong with the case otherwise. It's just like that one little defection.
That's one reason I love that company. You have any problem, they usually end up sending out a replacement.
Yeah, and I know Dave Happy Pepper said that he had issues and got the same thing out of it. Like
I did too. Yeah, so that's why this one over here is my webcam, because that one it made clicking noises whenever I was actually recording. But they were like, yeah, we're not going to inspect that. We're not going to have you return it. We're just going to send you a brand new camera. So I got a brand new webcam for free.
Yeah, and I didn't add that part in, but that is the other part. Like, they didn't ask for me to return anything or prove anything. They just took my word for it.
That's awesome.
There you go. Rob S. Got you, Rob. What kind of SD card do you need?
I don't know. The kind that goes in there, the small ones, micro SD.
Are they micro?
Of any kind.
Or are they regular?
Yeah, no, I mean a regular SD card's a big one. Because usually when you get, actually I've got one of the packages sitting here from the other one.
They're micro.
That's the regular SD, and then it's the micro is the one that comes in there. And a lot of times they come with like the regular SD card attachment where it's like a little adapter.
Yeah, I got the micro 16 gig.
Yeah, and oops, I dropped it. But this is a regular SD card. But then like on these adapters, they've got where you can plug the micro SD into that little slot and then plug that like into a computer or whatever.
Oi.
There you go. If you need Blumberg's address, Rob S., hit me up on Hangouts. I'll give it to you.
And
Yeah,
I'm
so,
lucky that I got my buddy Catman that he's gonna help me, which I need to get on that soon about him helping me with the editing stuff because turkey season's getting close. He's already been talking about it, so he's gonna be soon lost to the woods again. He has like a trip coming up in the next week or so. I think he's going to hog hunting. And
if you need editing, openshot.org. It's a free editing software, and it's pretty dang good.
well, all you guys have seen Catman's videos. He does a good job with his stuff. And I don't know. He was just saying that he needed to take a look at my computer. I was actually hanging out with him this evening, but he didn't come in. We just went fishing before it got dark and fished until a little after dark and came back. But one of these days, I'm gonna get him to look at my computer and then help me like walk me through a little bit of that, so I can kind of get a grip on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get OpenShot, go to openshot.org, download that player, and I would definitely do a preview and see if it works, because my computer right now currently is not, I don't know, I have some kind of conflict going on, and my audio is like scratchy. And I've seen a lot of people saying that, but I've had it for, I don't know, 10 years, and it's been working fine.
Yeah, mine never worked right. That's why I gave up on it.
Yeah. So it may have a problem, may not. I don't know. But
The audio on the camera?
No, the
No,
audio when you
audio.
edit, when you whatever the hell, render it.
Yeah, when you import it, it doesn't actually play right, and when you render it, it doesn't play right after you're done.
Huh.
But that's only some cases. I've been using OpenShot for 600 or 700 of my videos, so it works fine, but just not on my latest computer. I don't know what's going on. But hey, Charles, where can I find you?
Here, there, everywhere.
Sleep on the couch.
There you go, people. You can find him at Maverick on Twitter. No, where can they actually find you? They can find you at Charles P on the Pepper Lovers Marketplace. Get some of your awesome sauces.
Yep, when I have them. I need to make some more. Yep, you can find me here. You can find me on our live stream on Sundays.
If you type in Charles P on Twitter, Charles P, and then Peppers as the next word, usually that'll pop it up as the first link.
Twitter?
Yeah, because if you just put in
YouTube.
Charles P, then it pulls up a bunch of random other people that aren't
YouTube.
Charles P.
Yeah, on YouTube. Sorry.
I don't have a Twitter account.
Yeah, on YouTube, go to the search thing and say Charles P and then space Peppers, and that usually is the first link.
Or you can find me asleep on my couch.
Usually that's on my live stream or somebody else's.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, MeWe, I don't post yet. I'm on Facebook, but I don't really post there either. So just really PLC, and I really don't post there anymore either. So I don't post much at all. Sometimes I have a video, but mainly just sharing it from my YouTube channel. But it's gonna. Susie's doing the roll. She beat me.
Not yet. Well, she beat you tonight.
Yeah.
What about you, Beatty? Did Beatty just freeze?
No,
He didn't know if he could talk.
I was looking at Susie sleeping in this little square down there. But yeah, you can find me in the Pepper Lovers community on Google Plus,
She
or my
didn't roll
YouTube,
very long.
or my YouTube channel, or yep, that's about it. Sunday live stream, talk time live with Three Pepper Guys on Charles's YouTube channel. Check it out.
And you, Susie?
What?
Where can they find you?
Oh,
Google Plus, YouTube.
He's like
yeah.
in
all
Canada.
of them. Yes.
In Canada.
You can find me in
Sorry,
Canada.
I
If you want to drive there.
I feel like I didn't fall asleep for very long, but yeah, no, um, oh my gosh, Rob Scheller, yeah, my mother used to sing that to me all the time. Yeah, no, just on stuff like like my name.
On stuff.
Just search
There
up
you
my
go.
name.
PLC, MeWe, Facebook, University
MeWe, I actually am new on that.
of Waterloo.
Cade Swain, Cade Swain. Facebook Cemetery. That's kind of creepy. Well, it is on Facebook as.
Well, talk about creepy. You can find her on Facebook's cemetery. You can find her actual profile. You can find out where she lives.
Oh, what the frick?
Creepy. Why do you think I am not on Facebook?
Okay, I don't know how you know that, but yeah, don't do that, anybody. But I mean, if you want to send seeds, go ahead. Yeah, no, Susie Dean on Facebook.
Just gave your name out. Now everybody knows where they can find you.
It's my freaking name. Everybody's names is
Well, now all they gotta do is like look you up. They know where you live.
oh my god, they don't. Okay, yeah, they're not like you, who's like, I put your postal code in a fucking thing, and now I know where you live. Like, come on. You're on the PLC, Susie. You want me to send you a chat? As long as you don't kill me, yeah. Thanks.
Or slap her on the rear end.
Yeah. It's so funny. Apparently people say
Don't
like
pull an R.
birth.
Kelly either. I feel like that needs to be elaborated on.
What? What does?
Don't pull an R. Kelly.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, don't do that.
Who? Me?
No.
Anybody.
Well, anybody, yeah. You know what we're talking about, right?
I don't even know what R. Kelly did or said or whatever.
You're too young.
All I know is hot and fresh out the kitchen.
Now we got Charles's couch in the chat. Are you too young for that, Susie? You don't remember what R. Kelly did? He peed on an underage girl in a sex
I've
video.
seen that on the Chappelle show.
I don't
too.
think I'm too young for it. I think I just don't listen to the propaganda like you do.
It's okay. The girl totally wanted to get peed on.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, but she was underage.
He was beat? Wait, he beat up a chick?
No, P.
Peed on.
Oh,
Pissed.
peed on it. Oh.
That's why I said that he should have had the jellyfish defense. Like,
Oh,
I
okay, I see.
was just trying to help.
No, I get it now. I get it. I didn't hear about the jellyfish incident with R. Kelly, but like, yeah.
There wasn't any jellyfish incident.
Oh,
There wouldn't have been an
sure.
R. Kelly incident if there
Oh,
had been a
shit.
jellyfish incident.
Oh, okay. Now I don't get it, but yeah. Ugh, gosh.
He peed on an underage girl. There was no jellyfish involved. That's bottom line.
Oh, okay. All right, I got
But
it
it wasn't
now.
like you walked up to some girl on the street and peed on her. It was a lot more involved than that. I'll leave out the details.
Gotcha. Thank you for clearing that up. Ugh. Gosh. Fucking tired, man.
So
All right,
that's
yes.
where they can find
YouTube. Mimi. No, Miwi. Sorry. And Facebook.
Like, I can't find you on Mimi.
Facebook? What the hell is that?
Find me on Mimi. Yes, please. Oh, man.
What's Facebook?
Oh, shut up, Tom. You have Facebook.
Not really.
Yeah, you do.
It's been used 3 times since January 2013. So apparently that's not good enough.
All right, well. All right, well, I don't know. I mean, Charles's couch might want to stay in the conversation, but I'm out.
All right, well, that's it. Nobody else wants to say anything?
Yes, make sure tonight, actually, you tune in to Spring and Larry on their channel for their live stream, 8:30 Eastern Time.
Yep.
Yep, check out Soaps and Suds YouTube channel. Subscribe. They got a video up talking about all the details and everything, so you could watch
Yeah,
that.
they're great, man. I love them so much. I just sent them some seeds. They're great.
Taco seeds?
Yeah. No, some Go Girl seeds.
Oh. All right, well, that was it. We were live, and it was awesome. You guys had a lot of
You
fun.
didn't do any outro. Where do they find you?
You're on
Yeah,
my
exactly.
channel.
What the hell?
You're on my channel. Hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button if you want to, and bang, you're in the know. Or the bell button, I guess I should say.
Button. It's button.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm not Canadian. The button.
That's not a Canadian thing. It's a Susie thing. Button.
Okay, well, all right. Well, it's not a Canadian thing. It's a Susie thing. Hit the bell button, and then you'll get notifications about when I go live. And yeah, it'll be awesome because then you'll actually know exactly when I actually go live. So yeah, do that. Do all that fun, happy social media stuff down below if you're watching this in the aftermath or now. And we'll catch y'all in the next live stream. So everybody else,
Bye.
something as we're going out, because you guys have the last word.
Bye.
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 Peace out, Charles Couch. I'm glad you're here.
Bye.
Thanks, bro, for showing up, Charles's couch.
Bye.
Everybody doesn't bye. So
Give
there's
Charles's
the word
couch
of
a
the day.
wrench.
By the way,
Wrench,
go to
wrench,
Rob Z's.
Wrench.
By the way, go to Rob Z's YouTube page, and every video that he has, make sure you add an bye in there.
Bye.
And go to Yankees 50 and Yankees 50 on Twitch, and make sure you get a bye on there as well. Make sure you know that you love them. All right.
Peace, love, and happiness, everybody. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.